Hey Twitch, what's going on? It is Jillatize coming to you from the Dungeons&Flagons gaming studio. I think. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We want to other lights. There we go.
Yay.
All right. Wouldn't be a Jillatize stream without a few fuck-ups.
Take two.
Yeah, so, yeah. Oh, yeah, that camera's way wonky.
That's what I'm talking. Ooh, fun. Looks like spaghetti.
Oh my god, Josh, get your shit together.
I know. Is that kind of straight?
It's straight enough.
Gaily forward.
Yeah. Is it good? Is it good?
It's good.
It's good enough for me. It's good enough for stream. Oh.
All right. Feels good. Feels good. I think it's good. All right. Well, hey, Twitch, it is Dilettantes coming to you from the Dungeons&Flagons Gaming Studio. I, of course, have the players here, and we're getting ready to get into session 12 of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Welcome to the stream, guys. Appreciate you guys coming and showing your support. If you're not here yet and you watch the VOD later, hello. Let's see. I got everybody here, I think. Keebler's in there. Who do we not have? Kate is not here tonight. So,
You have 5 names in front of you. That's the right count.
yeah, I think that works out. As always, we do some player introductions here, and
Last week.
Yeah, last
did we
week
not do them?
No.
We didn't do them at all.
No,
Oh, I thought we did.
we
just
just
went
jumped
into it?
right into it.
Okay, well,
We
you
did some
know,
other form of introduction, didn't we?
We
No.
talked to our players. We just leveled up to 6th level, so we can.
Yeah, we talked about
right,
what our new powers were.
right,
Yeah.
right, right.
We went around the
We were waiting for you.
Yeah, we went around the table, I think, a little bit. But, okay, so we'll start with Keebler.
Hi, my name is Melissa, and I play Keebler, a Furbog Druid.
Furbog Druid.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm Alex. I play the frog. He crashes thunder all the time. It's awesome.
Oh, whoops, wrong one. Oh. There we go.
Hello. I am Christopher, and I play Shanerla. I play a warlock.
That's how Chris talks the whole time. It's
I talk like this the whole time. I have been replaced by an AI.
Malcolm.
Jonathan, play Malquist.
Nice. And
And I am Zach, also playing a monk named Lavar.
super. Super. So those are the players, guys.
If I can say something,
What's up?
LeVar got Burton, not Burton. LeVar, the guy that was trying to be on Jeopardy. He got his own show for Trivial Pursuit.
Oh.
Sorry, anyway.
Oh, so he did get a show.
Yeah,
Oh, well, that's cool.
That's
Isn't it LeVar Burton? Or what is his
Might
name?
have been.
I think his name.
his name's
Come
LeVar
on,
something.
reading Rainbow, right?
yeah, LeVar Button.
Yeah.
Is it Burton?
Yeah, that's the joke.
It's Jack Burton.
Well, it's Jack Burton's
Burton's
son,
his
LeVar
dad?
Burton, but LeVar Burton is also
And Jack
LeVar.
Burton's an imaginary character.
Oh no, Jack Burton's very real.
Yeah, he's super real.
Haven't you ever been to Chinatown?
In Chicago, had a couple
Big
cheat out,
trouble. In Little
trouble.
Chinatown?
but I was mostly on the L of above it. But yeah,
So, we're getting into session 12. I suppose we should talk about where we were at.
Killing
let me
bricks.
Pull up a map.
we got bricks for Griggs.
I guess a little bit of housekeeping. Let's make sure that I mention that I'm going to be using sounds again tonight from Sirenscape. So if you,
Thank you, Sirenscape.
yeah, and they were kind enough to kind of like retweet me on Twitter and all that good stuff. So I appreciate that. Yeah, but if you haven't checked out Sirenscape for your games, look in the links in the doobly-doo.
See, my session log from last time it just says Holy Grix Batman. So we must have been killing Grix.
Yeah. And we moved into a room full of crypts.
And now I think your character wears an outfit similar to Robin. And it really kind of works on a frog.
Who's Batman in this situation?
Not it.
Alrighty. Let's get to, let's see, I was here looking at level 2 already. Jeez.
Trying to think of all the Batman villains and which one Shanerla would be.
Oh my god, so far back to the map. Okay, let's see. I think when you ended,
Right there.
you were in like 36 C or B.
See?
Was it C?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
We saw a room full of Grix and then we stopped there because we didn't want to get into a fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
We helped a guy in this tiny room here.
Yep.
And
And then he took off.
yep.
And then let's see what else happened last session. We were short. We were short last week. I think we were short one. Maybe.
Nope, everyone was here last week.
Everybody
everyone
was
was
here.
here.
Okay.
It was the week before where I was not.
Oh, right.
The previous Alex was not here. I killed him and replaced him, of course.
Nice.
No, we did these rooms back here last week, and then we ended up in here.
Okay. So ahead of you was a room where there were some Gricks.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, you notice that there is a rather large Grick that is sleeping on the floor in the corner of the room. I think most of you would innately know that, well, I guess you could try to pass by it, but it appears to be quite asleep.
What's the big one? Maybe he has some good loot in him. If we kill it, there will
He
be
ate it.
less Gricks too, I'm pretty sure. That's some sort of room mother or something. King Grick. Who knows?
We'll say that the large one in the corner, you notice that there's like a goblin leg sitting next to the, like it's kind of curled up, the face is kind of closed up. But next to that, where the opening would be, where this Grick would like peel apart and the face would be appear, you notice this goblin leg that's kind of been
It's like stuck in the corner of its mouth.
yeah, kind of just hanging out.
We should kill that one for Green God.
Doing it for him.
Or should we just sneak by him?
There's a 20 foot high ceiling behind it. This Grick, as you move forward through the room. So let's see on the opposite side. Where are we at? 36 feet, right?
So we're in.
Okay, so as you come in, right, as you came in through that entrance, if you look through the back part of that, you can see that there's like a kind of like a further back room or something, like an offset room there. There is a throne that is upside down on the ceiling.
on the ceiling.
Yes. And in the throne, there is a... Nope. It's a mummified Minotaur.
Sweet.
Appears to have gems embedded in his eyes. And there is a great axe that lies at the foot of the throne.
That might be a magical item. Hey, you know what I can do? I can
Yes.
climb walls.
Stuck
And-
to the ceiling.
So can you? You have the spider climb. You have the dragon climb. Maybe we can grab that. And then sneak out. That might be magical, you know?
Yeah.
We're here for magical items. What could possibly go wrong?
Look at his face. Look on his face like, yeah.
Well, also, if you have the power to put a throne on a ceiling
Yeah.
and encrust Torin's eyes with powerful or expensive gemstones, you might also have access to powerful traps and magic. Maybe we should investigate this a little bit more before we hazily go grabbing axes.
It's just traps. Traps ain't
So
no big
do we
deal.
want to head that direction?
Deal with
over
traps all the
towards
time. It's not.
Thing, trying not to awaken the large Grick on the ground?
I would say so. I think this how does the group feel?
Did you take your spell? The pass without trace?
I think I used it. Oh no, I still have it. Yeah, I can pass without trace.
Maybe we could do.
Kill it, then the grip won't bother us. Right?
Yeah.
Just sneak past it, the grip won't bother us.
That's very true.
Like, the easier option is to kill it. Then we don't have to worry about
Use heavy stuff.
Aggressive negotiations.
Can't be seen if there's no.
How many bricks are there in the room?
One large one.
Just the one large one? Oh, we should definitely kill it then.
Just one, right? That's what you said?
There is one sleeping.
Just
You originally, we're just going to say that when you originally, because last time I think I said there were several Gricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to move through this room rather rapidly to get onto some other stuff. So
Okay.
I think we're going to say that as you turn the corner and saw the original Grix, they sashayed out of the room quite quickly,
These guys killed.
leaving this other one here sleeping.
Well, if they're musical Grix, I think we should run down. Start a show.
We should
Right.
immediately kill.
I think the Breaking Day Author would need that for the parades in Waterdeep. Sachet and Grix would definitely draw a crowd. Not as much as a sapphire blue dragon,
Hey,
but still a draw.
Close.
you don't know what's down there. There might be another sapphire blue dragon.
We just don't know.
Your froggy intellect is truly dizzying.
Thank you.
I
I try.
think we've decided we are going to all hold actions and attack the large Grick at the same time.
Oh, okay. So we are going to attack him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, for
Okay.
my first action, I would like to use my Spirit of Wildfire because I think I have to use that on one turn
Okay.
and then be able to use it then at my next turn.
All right.
So I'd like to
Yeah.
summon.
You're going to summon your fire spirit? Okay. So you notice Keebler does a couple little incantations, and then this small little fire spirit pops up in front of her.
Yeah.
And put out the fire.
And while that happens, I will also transform into my form of dread.
Okay.
Boogity boogity.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
You do notice some stone debris strewn across the floor. And what's strange is as you look over there, as you're getting ready to fight this creature, you're starting to move up to get ready to fight this creature. Upon further inspection of the throne that is on the ceiling, on the far left of the room, you are seeing stones up there on the ceiling.
We're seeing stones on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah. The same ones that you're seeing on the floor in this part of the room. The same kind of stones.
Can I try something before we kick this thing in the ass?
Okay.
I'm gonna find like a small pebble or a loose stone on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna just kind of toss it toward that
Okay.
and see if it just plunks on the floor or mysteriously goes up and hit the ceiling.
Yeah, so it almost as if summoned by magnets hits the ceiling as it gets past a certain point. I would say probably about 7 to 10 feet out from the far wall.
Aha! I knew it. Reverse gravity. You're welcome. All right, let's kill this Grick.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully, it didn't get awoken by the big plank of stone on the ceiling.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. Somebody give me an insight check.
It's Chris went for it.
I have +4.
And I got +3, so this is better. What's your insight?
You rolled, didn't you?
I rolled, yeah, I got 5.
Well
Okay.
done.
Your insight is not
Oh.
very strong.
Anybody else rolling?
I mean, I can.
Yes, I won.
Oh, A and yeah.
I got 19.
I have an 18.
Okay. So I think most of you can come to the deduction that based on the goblin leg hanging out of its mouth, it's just overly full. And so it's in a deep slumber while it tries to digest.
Ooh, vulnerable.
Um,
Wells down.
No.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative
Great.
for the combat discrepancy.
19 is my number.
I got a 10.
Me too. 10-5.
10-3.
10-4.
Good, buddy.
You boy. My dex is +2.
My dex is +2.
Mine is what? +4.
Okay, so you can go first.
Thanks.
Then you
Either
can
one
go.
of any of you guys can go first.
Well, usually you use the dex bonus as a tiebreaker.
Suppose.
I will go last. You can go
Says
before
there.
me.
All right.
In the thing.
Is that
Well,
fair?
actually,
According.
well, actually,
Read on page 94. You'll find I don't know what.
let's go to page 94, kind sir.
When's the last time you think you cracked a rule book?
Fairly recently.
Cool. What were you looking up?
How to
94
play
is rogues, so clearly you're wrong.
Oh, nice. Has that book been pretty neat to read?
Yeah, it seems like it could be kind of complicated, depending on how you want to play it.
The system?
But not the system so much. It's there's one way to play it where it's like primary and secondary characters, so you'd actually be playing with more
A
than one
household?
character. Well, not necessarily doing a whole house, but where it's like I'm gonna play as like the heir to this house, but
Then they have
I can't-
supplementary characters?
yeah, but I myself can't be seen going out and just assassinating people because, unless I really want that to be known. So now
Yeah.
I have this guy over here that's who I'm playing as outside of my house to do things.
In World of Darkness, you can buy like allies and contacts and things like that for your character sheet and have them at varying levels of power and control.
And then, setting up your character so that you have drives and statements and using that to get like bonuses to your rolls.
Nice.
But you also want to pick one that kind of goes against what you're trying to do as well, because that's how you refill the points that you use.
Right. So they built dynamic characterization into the rules.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, where you have to, you're kind of going against
That
what
mini
you're
looks
doing.
great, buddy.
But if you manage to do it, then you get more like resistance points, I think they call it, or something like that, that you can apply to certain things.
Here, let me do a card trick once. Actually, it's at page 199. What, 189?
What was on page 94?
Rogue.
Hey, we can use the new mini.
Hang on, it's upside down.
Shouldn't have taken all those supports off.
I know. Not have taken all the supports off.
Well, we can represent it being on the roof like that.
There you go.
That works. So, so you got the Minotaur sitting on a throne up on the ceiling. We're about to fight this Crick. What was your initiatives in, or who's going first? What was going on?
21.
21, 19, and then
310.
Chris, me, Keeble. It's counterclockwise tonight.
No, you. Chris, you, and Keith.
Well, it wouldn't be a right hand rule.
So,
Counterclockwise.
since there's just
What are you doing with your thumb?
And it's a thing you do in physics to figure out the no to figure out. So if thumb is your electric current, your fingers are the direction of the magnetic field.
Oh,
Yeah. Right hand rule. Great.
what does that have to do with probability magic?
Well, we're going counterclockwise.
Okay, so
I use the elect.
what was the high roll for you, Levar? You got a high roll.
21.
21? And you guys are all at
10.
Oh,
21,
okay.
19, and 3 10s.
Okay, so there's room for this guy. So, which makes sense anyway, because he's gonna wake up as soon as somebody hits him. So,
We get a round of surprise turns, right? It's asleep.
I thought we were all attacking it all
like at the same time.
Yeah.
for our first one.
We're going to hold action. First person's going to attack.
Gonna gang beat.
You're like, okay, yeah, okay, got you.
We all gather around quietly.
All right, we're gonna do this then. All right, so make your attacks. Let's start with Levar.
18.
Oh, and it's sleeping, so I get
18 is gonna
3d20.
hit.
Oh yeah, we have a baby.
17 and 20 something.
17 and 20 something.
Yeah.
17.
Like
No,
20.
17 is gonna miss.
Okay.
If that's an attack roll.
Cool.
It's prone on the floor. You have advantage.
Ah.
And if it's asleep, it's technically unconscious, so you get auto crits.
No.
For the first one.
Eh.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, he's asleep.
But sleep is awesome. Oh, your floor and your sleep.
31.
31 points.
Yep.
Yeah, and so we'll make this all happen like simultaneously. But there's your 31.
Are we all critting then, or
I guess so.
you just want to have the first one crit?
No, that's fine.
Can you crit on the spell? It's an attack roll.
What's the attack roll?
Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit.
So there you go. So who's up? Malchus?
My lowest one is a 14. Is that
That misses.
18? Is the magic? Is 5, is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 for the first one.
Yeah, whatever the total is. So I'm just gonna add it all up and apply it at once.
Okay. 37.
37. I think you guys are gonna manage your goal here.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
18, 18, 13.
Misses.
Yeah, 13 is.
No, I mean, that was my low.
He gets Elven Accuracy. He rolls 3 dice.
I got a 26 on my first shot.
Wait, it's laying prone on the ground. That's the ranged attack. You had to.
I'm within 5 feet.
Okay. Sure, 2 rolls lower everything.
21 for my second.
Okay.
First one does 30.
Okay.
Second one does 24.
24?
Yep.
Okay. Who's the next?
2 wisdom saves.
Here.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. So, yeah, he saved on both of them.
I'm gonna walk up to it, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on it.
20 saves, right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. 16 to hit.
16 misses.
And I use I'll use one of my two, my one inspiration I have left to reroll here.
Okay.
That's much better. 25.
Okay.
Because it's a crit, I get to do 6d10 necrotic damage on it. You're in luck. I got a couple low rolls here. That's still
At this point, I don't think it's
34 damage.
How much?
34 necrotic.
Okay. And Keebler.
Okay. But I've never used this thing before.
Listen,
Something new.
Yeah, so it says that the spirit appears in an unoccupied space.
Oh, yeah.
Any creature that you have to succeed on a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
It's unconscious. It
Yeah.
fails.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fails. Okay, so then
Right next to it.
2d6 for that. That's 9.
Okay.
Do I get to attack them too, or not?
That was your spirit turn, right? I mean, like that was.
That was like, yeah.
I think you can use it as an action, right?
Probably a bonus action.
That's
Dave?
when I summoned it. That's what happened.
Okay, because you moved it into its space.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's made out of fire.
Yeah. So
Fire stuff.
I think I can do another attack. Or I can attack. And I can. I think so. Here, you want? No. Okay. Well, I'll roll and try to attack. I'm using a flame seed through my web. That thing. Oh. What does it say? Oh, 15.
To hit, that's gonna miss.
Okay, never mind. Moot point.
Okay. And then it would be its turn, right?
Let's just do the
Everybody
right
done?
round. Now we get to normal initiative.
Right. Right.
So it's Lavar's turn.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
our figures.
I moved mine.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
So, rather than to waste more actions and actions and spell slots, we're gonna say that at the end of this first round of surprise combat, you see the Grick rouse up just after you all strike it simultaneously, and basically split itself down the middle and fall onto the floor.
Nice.
Yes. How close did we get it to kill? In one round?
I mean, you killed it twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Now I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the hit points go, you nailed like almost like double the hit points.
Overkill.
So it's like way dead.
All right.
Yeah.
Glad I used my wild
Wild spirit for that?
spirit
No, you can keep it out, right?
for an
You can keep it
hour.
out. Yeah.
For an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you need to do to like get used to what you do,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I can see Kate in the background. He's, guys, it's already dead. As everyone's just like kicking it.
So the large Grick is dead.
Yeah.
Simultaneously-
Ding dong, Grick is dead. Which old Grick? That old Grick.
Wicked Grick.
So now what do we want to do with do we want to do something with that further throne on the wall
Sure.
or up on the ceiling?
Why don't we climb up and take a look?
Yeah. I'll take the west wall. I'll take the east wall.
Oh, that guy like.
They all run straight for it.
Just hit that plane of inverse gravity and just
Yeah, just
backflip.
oh yeah, just feet first, right into it, just waiting and then rotate.
Yeah, I wonder what that feels like. Like I'm supernaturally, I can walk on like the ceiling.
Right.
So when the gravity flips, do I just feel normal then?
You'll feel the gravity kind of invert,
Yeah.
but you still have your feet planted.
Like my
Right.
you were mentioning like how my blood would all rush to my head.
Yeah.
Then it just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right?
You have spinal climb. You still have.
Well, I
body.
feel like your hair and everything can kind of like go up
Yeah.
in the reverse gravity.
Yeah.
So
My
my hair
lady,
would
your rose.
push back then.
Yeah.
Or my antlers.
yeah, your
And
antlers.
it's
Well,
one.
you're in dread form, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Let's get up there.
okay. So you go up obviously as you hit the reverse gravity field. I think that those of you without any like spider climbing abilities and things like that, or the frog, would probably have to roll.
I'm going in that room.
You're not going in that room, or would have to roll a dex save.
Are you going in there, Keebler?
No.
No.
Wow.
Okay, so you're staying back with Malquis.
22.
Okay.
You're like, it's a trap. Who cares?
Yeah, so you get sucked up to the ceiling. You're now at the foot of the throne, up on the ceiling with the battle axe sitting next to you. You almost hit it. Fortunately, you As you kind of like
I
get
say,
smacked into the ceiling, you realize that this thing is like a foot in front of you, and you're like, "Oh, well, that was close." Looking around the throne, you don't really see a lot of inscriptions or anything on the throne itself. The Minotaur is mummified. It appears that he's been here for quite some time. Maybe even before Alistair Blackcloak took over this dungeon, but we're not really sure. You know?
Interesting.
I mean, it's a long time. It is mummified.
Like to use my Arcana skill to see if it's ensorcelled in any way.
Okay. Like the throne itself, or the mummy.
Yeah, just the whole thing that's got going on
Okay.
with being an upside down, mummified thing with gems for eyes
Okay.
on the ceiling. And that is a 22.
Well, there's clearly some magic going on that's causing the reverse gravity field.
Yeah.
But as far as you don't detect any other kind of like arcane magics or anything like that going
Okay,
on.
so as far as it being mummified, I think that's a normal,
Yeah, it appears to be
mummification.
normal. Yeah, just a
not an
old,
actual undead
old
creature.
rot.
Okay. I will say that to my monk friend that's at the foot of the statue. Good news. It's not going to animate in your heart.
which is funny because the first thing I was going to do was just intake the heart.
Imagine there would be a cottonmouth type effect were you to consume it.
Does it even
It's
still-
probably just in a jar somewhere else anyway.
Yeah.
Imagine there should be no heart.
That's what I'm checking for.
You punch through it.
No.
There won't be when I'm done with it.
But yeah, don't appear to see any other.
arcane magics.
Yeah, and don't appear to see any
what this axe is all about.
writing or anything on like that on the throne itself.
I will whip out my rapier.
Mhm.
And I will go at its eyes
Okay.
with my bag out.
I want to inspect this this axe. See if it's magical with
Okay.
my Arcana skill.
He's handing it up to you.
Huh?
He's kind
Here you go.
of handing it out to you.
All right. Thank you. Hold it right there. I'll note your curse. It's a 4. I don't know anything about this axe.
Yeah,
Are
and
you sure it's even an axe? It just looks like a stick from. Oh, the axe there is where. Oh, is here. Yeah, it's definitely. Yes, it's sharp.
It's actually cursed by your old lady. It constantly tells you things you should have done. It's literally a battle axe.
that is a battle axe. Good one. So, what? What? No, you're not a battle axe. Okay, so I'm not gonna say it on stream. I'm kidding.
Wow.
It was a joke. Okay, so
Apple of you.
I set myself up for that.
you did. So you don't notice any magic about it, and on top of that, you feel like it's completely innate. You just get the sense of this just
This
some,
is just mundane.
yeah,
Cool.
some axe.
Well, you were looking for a 9, so.
You pull out and go at the eyes. You pull out a banded agate. And a zircon
It's not mine.
out of the other eye. Respectively, they're probably like 10 and 50 gold worth of gemstones.
Zircon?
Yep.
And the zircon was the one that was worth 50 gold?
Yep.
Don't know why I thought agates would be worth more.
So
They're out of finish. All right.
Yeah.
There's nothing else in this room.
Search the throne.
yeah, so just looking around, you're not really finding anything. I mean, we're gonna say actually, give me a percentile roll.
70.
Is there any corridors we've found that we haven't explored yet?
Yeah.
Awesome.
The one that leads out.
Huh?
The one that leads out of this room.
You can read any language anyway, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So you see a small story scratched into the wall behind the throne itself. The story describes a family, a noble family of Waterdeep, the Shadow Dusk, and talks about their quest for political supremacy and how that ended centuries ago after Shadow Dusk wizards opened portals to the far realm. Twisted by madness and driven from their home, they sought assistance from Hallister and sank into the depths of Undermountain, never to be seen again. Yet vestiges of the noble house undoubtedly remain.
Okay, so the Shadow Dust. They're a prodigal family of Waterdeep. They're assisted by Hallister.
But they sought assistance from Hallister. Whether they got it or not, we don't know.
And they descended into Undermountain.
Yep.
Did it say why they were looking to leave Waterdeep?
Those portals to the
Yeah, the wizards
far
had
realms.
opened portals to the far realms. And twisted by madness and driven from their home, they sought assistance from Hallister.
And I'll whisper. That's what I whisper. He knows my character. I do know all the time.
So yeah, you find that scrawled into the back behind the throne itself.
a weird place to put that story.
Is that in like a book or where was
It's
it?
etched into the wall,
Okay.
almost as if it was carved in there by a knife or something.
Interesting.
As if somebody had been in here for a mighty long time. Let's say, almost like if you're in a jail cell and you start scrawling into the wall.
I'll take some charcoal and my paper
Okay.
and I'll lift the etchings off of the wall.
Okay.
So I have a copy of it.
Yep.
I'm curious, what language is this in?
We're gonna say that this is in.
Undercommon?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good.
Okay.
And I'll share that information with everybody.
Okay.
So, moving on from this room.
Yep.
So 36 as you wind your way back out of here. Let's see. You see I guess you didn't come down this tunnel before, but there is a tunnel ahead of you. You start winding your way through that tunnel, and kind of make your way back into the main entryway where you were at before. Back where you fought the bugbears and
28C.
yeah, right around in there.
How exciting.
And which direction do we want to go from here?
Well, we already looked up all that stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. South would be the.
Well, we gotta go back down there.
We know there's stuff this way because we took those doors, not these doors, when we first came here. Did we ever explore this corridor?
Well, and you guys never really went up from the.
Yeah, we never went up there either.
Yeah, you guys never
Because
really went
we
up
went-
top.
We went that way.
Do we know the existence of this?
And he
Well,
went
I'm just showing you. So you had the map, right, with him.
Yeah.
So I'm just showing you. If you were looking at the map, you would see all this up above too, like all this open area of the map. So there's quite a bit up there. All this here, and then you had pretty much all this down here,
This is where we started, right?
and maybe even these.
Sort of. So scroll up a little bit there, Josh. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started here.
Oh,
This we found the guy in there. That's the statue with all the demons. That's where we went through the one we door. We fought the strider, and then we went down here.
Well, I
Here's
think
the room
that's,
with the ooze.
the reason why we didn't go north from there is because
we
I
wanted to.
think this guy spaghettified that way.
No,
No,
he's
no,
spaghettified by
back
coming
there.
back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why we didn't go back through there and up through the north.
Right,
we
we could have gone north here.
Yeah,
I
when
thought
you
we
guys
weren't
got to
able
that
to.
room.
Yeah, there wasn't in the start area. There was a door here we couldn't get through. 'Cause
Yeah,
it was
right.
barred on the other side.
Right. You guys did have the opening on the through that room that he's pointing out right there. You guys went in there. There was all kinds of pillars and stuff, and you guys
Door-
went. You
yeah,
got
it
a
was
door
4
north,
ways
but you
out.
guys decided to go. I think
South.
it was south or
Yeah.
No, he kept it locked to the north.
Yeah, I thought in this room that we weren't able. That was the only way that we were able to go.
Yeah. We weren't able to find the other door. We looked for it.
oh, maybe you just
But we
didn't
didn't
find
find
it.
it.
Then.
Or it was.
But yeah, clearly you know from the map
Yeah,
that there's
I feel
something
like
up
it was-
there.
I feel like in that room it was blocked off.
I thought we had at least 2 options, and then we chose to go down here.
Either way,
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't go down here at all, did we?
No,
No, we pretty much.
like that whole bottom
No,
section.
we went through that room.
We went through that room.
You
but
went
we didn't
through,
go
you
down
went through
here.
that hallway, but you haven't been down below that,
Yeah.
and you haven't been. Basically, you went through that hallway with all the
Yeah,
like
and then we went
that had all the
down over into,
torches on the wall and stuff.
into 37.
And over there, 20 is that 37?
37.
Yeah,
is where
that's where the pit
was.
was.
So it was the pit and that dude, and we couldn't find any other exits out of there.
That's the wall with the buttons.
Well, we hadn't actually really looked. We hit the buttons and then went.
Well, we looked, and then we didn't find anything. Because I looked, I searched, and then
Oh.
I didn't find anything. And then we said, "Oh well, we know there's an exit here. Let's go through that." And then I said that I felt like there was probably something else more, because your map showed that.
Yeah.
Right.
But we couldn't find it, so I think we were just gonna come back to that anyways.
So it's either that way or further up west, I guess, from where you guys were.
finish like exploring the bottom of this, and then
Yeah.
go north, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the pit room and then see if we can't figure out where
Where the door
the
is.
door is.
So since I got the charcoal and the paper out from the from lifting that off the wall, I'm gonna take a look at his map and I'm just gonna make black areas where on another piece of paper where we've already gone. And then when I put my dancing light underneath it, it'll like show up through and it'll like basically black out where we've been.
Okay.
It's easier.
I like it.
Yeah, just so we understand. Okay, we've been to these areas.
We should scribble on his map. That's what we should do. Put notes. This room is full.
Well, yeah, if we had a dry erasable, we could do what I just.
have one upstairs.
Oh.
We have one upstairs.
What?
A dry erasable.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah,
How
We'll wait until we're on break to
we
get
can, yeah, we can just use Sharpie.
You mean for real?
Yeah.
well, you could just use a Sharpie. It'll wipe off.
And I think honestly, I probably have some down here if we're looking for those. But yeah,
On break, I can also go upstairs.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Back
so
to
heading down
37.
to heading back down to the map room, right?
Thanks, buddy.
Okay. As you're traversing those hallways, headed back down towards the map room, you turn a corner. Who's going to be in the lead here?
Frog.
Not
Okay.
Always.
So as you turn one of the corners, you glimpse for just a moment what appears to be what? Just a moment before you turn this down. No.
Hello there.
So you glimpse for just a moment what looks like a yellow flaming eye. But as soon as you come around the corner and it like you kind of simultaneously spot each other, it takes off. Like it's gone.
The fuck? Did anyone else see that floating eyeball? Or did I just dream that?
And it's quite large too. I mean it's gotta be like 8 to 10 inches around. It's big enough to definitely see down the hallway.
I think you've suffered too many concussive blasts.
Yeah, I
Have
mean,
I ever heard of floating eyeballs before? Can I roll an Arcana?
Sure.
can I tell which corridor we went down in?
23.
You feel like it might be something used for scrying. What?
Can I tell where I've seen this eye and where it darted to on the map?
You just noticed that it. So we're gonna say that you guys, when you saw it, you were turning around, or are you going through that way? Okay, so
I don't know which way we're coming.
Yeah.
This looks like the shortest path to this room, so I assume we're just gonna went. Whoop.
okay, sounds good. So as you're turning that corner, looking down that thing, you feel like it went into the room that you're about to go into.
Okay, well,
But you're not for sure, obviously, because it turned the corner.
I'm gonna go chase for it.
Okay, so
Like
you
a
start
dog.
running after it.
Yeah, like
Okay.
a dog looking for the mailman.
Okay.
Mages use those to scry,
Evil to be slain, I say.
and I continue to just walk at
Flop,
normal
flop,
pace.
flop, flop,
He
flop.
breaks off.
Yeah.
Oh, after.
So the frog takes off.
Hammer in hand. Frog.
So your grown cleric takes off down the hallway.
You also have your weapon out?
Yes,
As he
of course I have.
turns the corner there into the map room.
And my warhammer too.
Excuse me. You notice that there is no flaming eye in this room.
Darned evil! It got away. I'll get to you next time.
For the briefest of moments, and just as you enter that room and are looking around for this eye, you glimpse a sense of blue light coming from the far wall behind the pit. It is almost that quick that it disappears.
And we've been in this room before too. There was like
Yep.
an undead creature in the bottom of the pit.
Yep.
Is that? I was gonna ask. Is that elf back in there? Is he alive again?
No.
Okay, I don't need to kill him.
No. You guys killed him dead.
I'll wait for the party to regroup, and then I'll indicate that wall. It was glowing. We should investigate.
I will investigate that room while the rest of the group is trying to catch up.
Okay.
Perhaps that's where the door is.
Yeah, go ahead and make
That's a 14.
Are you a cool drow?
okay.
I'm a cool drow.
Where you had looked in here
It's
before,
actually-
you are now
She's not
noticing
cool.
that there is probably some sort of
She's very
switch
hot-headed.
or lever in which to release the wall into
Yeah,
itself
her skin
and move it
color is
aside.
kinda- It didn't quite turn out just the way I thought. So,
You think if you play around enough with the stones outside of this
she's a bit cool.
area that you might be able to figure that out.
I will do so.
Okay. So now he's playing around with the stones outside this field or area where he thinks the secret door is. And you guys are hearing a little bit of a kind of a howling sound.
Ooh.
Coming from beyond. It's definitely not right outside the room. And it sounds like it might be coming from the direction you're headed.
You know, if this is if we think at the end that wall, I could probably try and cast shatter on it and just create a hole. It's a wise idea.
Onto the wall itself.
Yeah.
Or we could just keep searching.
All right.
After
Enjoy your wanton destruction.
Evil to be smitten.
Don't think the wall's evil.
How could there not be?
after a few minutes of Malpas searching around on the walls there, you feel a bit of a panel or something that was kind of underneath some dust and all that stuff. And you press in on that, and you see the entire wall kind of eject into itself and then slide to the left. There's a passageway beyond,
I chuckle.
and you are hearing...
Did you hear the sinister way that this panel moved?
Yeah, exactly.
He does come from a land where there are only jungle trees. Walls must seem strange to primitive mind.
How dare you?
And you are
I'm
hearing a bunch of
outside.
grumbling and groans and sounds. Does anybody speak bugbear, goblin, or ettin?
Nope.
Not yet.
Speak? No.
Okay, so can't make out what the...
yet.
Yeah, well, they're not riding into the air. No.
I write down what I think they're saying, and then I read that.
So
Exactly what you thought they said.
you see a mix, or you hear a mixture of voices coming from beyond down that hallway.
Well, let's head towards the horses.
No.
Okay.
Let's try to make friends this time.
And you see a
By stabbing them.
Dead friends.
locked door.
You should be used to that.
A locked door.
Yep. I should say that you notice on the ground that this tunnel has been traversed a lot. It looks like
Check it for traps.
yeah, there's an awful lot of footsteps and stuff that have come down this way.
21 to check for traps.
Okay. Does not appear to be trapped.
It's not appear to be trapped.
Excellent.
Use your keys. You use my keys.
Okay. So you through your long list of keys on your key ring. You finally get to one, and let's see which one. Give me what are the keys that you have that were different from the normal keys? I think you had one that was a skull on it.
We had a skull key.
Yep.
Yeah, bone key.
Okay,
And
so
it's got a bone key.
and you notice that the skull key opens this door. It unlocks. How do you want to open it? You have a lot of voices. I'm just saying, you have a lot of voices that you are hearing from beyond this door.
Okay.
Get ready.
How am I feeling? No. So, as soon as I unlock it, I'm gonna kick the door open and then roll in, and if any creature is near me when I roll in, then I'm gonna stab it.
Okay. So
There's a nice old lady with a tray of cookies.
you'll feel right as rain after you
Finish the
Anything
cookies, I'm
from
sure.
the
I'm
property.
sure those cookies are tainted in some way or form.
They're made out of Barovian children.
That's right. Found anything
last
in here
champion.
that has been nice. So, I'm fairly confident anything I stab will deserve it.
So you guys watch as Malchus kicks this door open rather.
So as he's getting his keys out and going for it, I'm going to go ahead and, since I heard all the noise, I'm going to shift into my shape.
Okay. And then you see Malchus roll into the room ahead. As he does so, you hear the loudest. Yeah.
Okay.
And you see a small creature with a bunch of tentacles off the side of his head just start running and racing around the room. He's focused on you, but he appears to be backing up into the corner of the room right now. And probably just as you roll in, you see one Etten off to your left, and a. Let's get the. I'm going to say as you roll in, you roll right next to the star there. Which is a statue of a deformed granite statue of a dwarf king. Sprouting from the king's neck on the statue, you see a deformed, mostly fearless second head. Almost looks like an Eden itself, although it's a dwarf, with an elongated, toothless mouth. The inscriptions on the pedestal have been worn away. On the king's brow rests an engraved stone circlet, and his large hands grasp the handle of a stone war hammer, the head of which is planted at his feet. And several goblins that are in this. The large noise that you heard was coming from what you may have seen before, a shrieker. And I'm going to put these out there.
That's a lot of goblins together, right in range with my spells.
Range of my dex thing.
I got an AoE too.
AoE, all the things.
Mine has a teleport with it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I can leap. That's not quite teleporting, but close enough, right?
Right, but if you want to run up into him and then do your AoE, I can run up behind you, do mine, and our vacuum leaves another thunder blast. And we get the fuck out.
I like the spinny thing in the center.
And that is going to, for our purposes tonight, going to represent the dwarven statue.
Oh.
Okay.
So, he rolled in from the secret door, and we'll say that was like over here. No, actually, over here is good. Come in through the wall. So, whenever you guys want to come in that way, obviously Malquist is up first.
Dwarven
Rolled in. Yep, Dwarven.
I'm gonna.
I think it's almost as big as me.
The fire spirit. I mean,
I'm 7.5 feet tall.
if you use the fire spirit,
Yeah, Thunderwave is range self.
I'm assuming it hasn't been an hour yet, so I still have it.
No, it would have taken us.
Nitten. 2 hours.
so that's essentially what you see. All these little goblins running around. Let me see. We need something for the actual Etten.
I looked over here. I couldn't see your Etten, dude.
Yeah, I don't have an Etten. Last time I had
Why didn't you print
Jonathan
one?
bring
I
one,
brought
I
one.
think.
Oh,
And he didn't say anything about it, so I didn't bring it up.
Yeah. I had him bring one last time, and then yeah, that'll work. Fine.
Should have printed one.
You will eventually. Yeah, we're fighting the flesh golem. Everyone, don't worry about it.
So, you roll in. The shrinker has gone off in his back corner. It appears to be tearing off down the hallway outside as you guys start to enter. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Wow.
That's a very exciting 8 for me.
That's maybe it's 12. No lie. That's a 6.
Nice.
That's 2.
You can go first this time.
Oh, I'm good.
All right. What about you, Chris?
19.
No.
You going? That's good. What about you?
16.
Okay.
Not last. Not first.
Somewhere in the middle.
Directly.
Spirit Shroud.
I'm directly in there.
I'm down to 4 spell slots, and I want to save at least 1 for Create Water.
So I have what, 8 goblins out there, right?
Let me count them.
Yep.
Yep.
I got my yep before your yep. I'm
Not
not
right.
just yep in the east.
All right.
You didn't say it right, though. You should say it like Dave off of Storage Wars.
Yep.
Yep. There you go. Yep.
I should talk like that?
Yep.
Yep.
You're pro.
I was watching a
Yep.
marathon of Storage Wars.
Out here in the Midwest, we talk like this. Yep.
Okay, so let's see. Let's get you guys in. So Keebler, what was yours?
8.
Oh, okay. Let's leave you back here.
I have a.
Mine is also 8.
But you can go before.
Okay, and then
And
Shanerla,
they're both click, 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 click.
19.
Yeah, 19.
19. Up top for now. Malchus.
9.
Oh,
All right, and Lavar.
16.
16.
16.
Okay, and goes on. Ooh, he's slow. Goes on 11. I think that's gonna go there. I'll split those up into 2 groups. One in the back, one in the front. 15, 16 for the first group up front. 16 was you? Oh, you go ahead of it, it's fine. And group 2. Which is gonna be 15. Okay. Shanerla is gonna be up first.
So when I roll in, I will announce to them that they should throw down their weapons as I have them surrounded.
You hear laughter from the Etna in front of you, from both heads. Almost in a common, but not in common. It's like garbled common. It's kind of like you kind of make out the words Stilio.
I'll cast a Spirit Shroud.
Okay.
So if anything has died in here recently, or hangers on in the near astral realms, these creatures form and come into like basically like a bubble around my dread form.
Okay.
And start swirling around me and infusing my eldritch bolts that fly out with more potency.
Okay. So as the dead start to surround you.
I will attack the golem creature first.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. I will use an inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 24.
It's a hit. So it hits.
21 damage.
Okay.
And wisdom save.
I believe you made it. 20.
Okay. The other one I'm going to attack is the one to my right.
Okay.
That is a 19.
Okay, so the goblin guy there.
Yep.
19's gonna hit.
15 damage.
You kill him outright.
Okay. Oh. And I am done.
So,
Nice. Lavar, you're gonna get there.
Beef on. Fellas,
you even have the movement speed for that? Sure.
45 feet. So probably.
Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 45.
He's got him.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
So my spirit mask is kind of like chittering with the dead spirits.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Draws them in.
You're hitting one of the goblins.
Yep.
Yeah, that hits.
And then it does the thing where, like the low pan thing where it like shoots the spirit out through its face,
Okay. So like coming out of its the mask.
eyes, and mouth. Yeah.
7 points.
Okay.
Say 15, 10.
Same guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for 5.
All right, and you kill him.
Frank Pan guy has been
And
cooked.
yeah, that will be it.
Yes.
Because I'm not quite close enough to punch the other guy.
Okay.
You don't have range on your fists yet? I'm surprised.
You will.
They did.
As soon as I lose a hand on it, I will.
As soon as we chop those off and put chains on
I'm
them.
gonna get it warforged. the fist.
Fist on the chain.
I read the actual name of it, but yeah.
That's a thing.
All right. So group one is up first here.
I'll find
They're
it.
going
Let you know
to.
what
Oh, that
it's
guy's
called.
dead. So
There's only 6 goblins.
yeah, the ones in the back are all going to start firing short bows.
Oh, great.
Right below my temporary hit points.
Get on.
Sweet.
Arcane propulsion arm.
What?
For the
Eberron.
moment,
Okay.
19
Yep.
to hit Shanairla.
Yep.
There's
I got it.
one. 15 plus for 19 to hit Malquis.
Yeah. And then
And then it looks
basically
like,
it has the thrown property with the normal range of 20 and a long range of 60.
looks like the last one's going to miss.
I know, right?
So we got, let's see,
Now I just have to find a guy who has one. Put my hand off.
3 points of damage on
And it's
Shanela.
removable only by me. So I can't
6
even
points of
beat this
damage
off.
on Malquis. As those arrows find their way, unless you have something else going on.
No, it does not.
Okay, what are you
I
doing?
catch it.
You catch it?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to toss it back out.
Okay.
She dropped this.
Doing the monk thing.
That is a 13.
It's gonna miss. So, it watches the arrow come back at him. He actually looks a bit surprised. The goblin gives a little bit of surprise as he's like, oh. And he's already watched like 2 people roll in and just start murdering his friends. Let's see, we're on group 2. That's gonna be the guys in the back. We'll deal with the first 2 first. Those guys are gonna fire arrow shots. 21 to hit you, LeVar.
Mm-hmm.
You also gonna catch it?
There's 1.
One of them.
That is not gonna hit. 11 to hit you, LeVar.
That will not hit.
Yeah, so the first one hits.
Damn grassy knoll.
Are you throwing it back?
Yep. We'll catch it and huck it back
The
at him.
LeVar starts throwing it back.
Yep, that's 26 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
D6.
What am I adding?
Dex.
Dex? So 9.
Okay. And you murder that one.
one?
That would be the first one that shot you. So that one right there, yeah. Yep.
It's not been it's not been a round of combat, and we killed.
Speaking of Lopan.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Open style.
Knife.
Oh, there fuck.
So let's see. Then we're on Ed and Guy.
Oh, can I throw another descriptor in? Alright.
Etten turns to face you.
Does it close that 5 feet?
24 to hit.
He's safe.
Does it have reach or does it actually move the 5 feet closer to me?
Hold on, let me see the reach. The reach on here? The reach is on. I mean, it is
Be
a.
on the attack.
Yeah, I don't see the reach on it. You see anything about reach on there? I don't think it shows that. And I guess I could look up an ad. Look at something more.
You should not prepare for this.
He was printing all day.
That's right.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, reaches
5 feet.
5 feet.
Wait, where is it? 5 feet?
Yeah, where it says 5 feet.
Oh, next to that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
It says
okay.
5 feet.
Next to his
Okay,
attacks.
gotcha. I thought that was just yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Thanks for subscribing.
You're welcome.
Okay, so yeah, no, he moves up there.
So he has the reach, but he does still close the
No,
gap.
he does
Well,
not.
no, he didn't have the reach, so he had to move
So
up.
he has to close
Yeah.
the gap, which I
Yeah.
don't believe he can because isn't he frightened?
No, he's safe.
No,
Oh,
he said
saved?
he rolled a 20.
I was just not used to anybody doing it.
You rolled a 21.
So yeah, so did that matter? Did you have something going on? Is that
No,
what
I-
you're wondering? Okay, I just making sure that was there something.
Because when I attack back, I need to.
For his
Okay.
spirit shroud, they need to be within what? 10 feet?
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Thank you for the resub, Combo Bedlam.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I had a guy on another stream call me Tomo the entire night. And I was like, I hate this nickname.
You are hit with a.
I have a dude on there constantly calling me chicken.
You are hit. Yes, you did.
Isn't that what you called?
You are hit with a battle axe. The battle axe hits you 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Ouch.
So, like the spirits that are clamoring around me, like a body comes up and takes the brunt of 9 of that damage.
Okay.
And like a bit of the axe comes in and catches me for 3.
Okay.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think we're on to Malquith.
Attack, kick. That's a crit.
Woohoo!
My lowest is 19.
Yeah, and you're hitting the Eden or the...
Then, yeah,
Okay,
of course.
I
So
figured.
I'll move up into a space.
Yep, he's got a low AC anyway. So.
At disadvantage if I attack somebody with
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
What?
11,
Is it
12,
range?
13, 14,
It's a range target. Yeah, you did.
16,
If they're
17,
using
18,
melee,
19,
and you're using
20,
a
21,
ranged spell attack
22,
or a ranged
23,
attack.
24,
You
25,
disadvantage.
25 damage.
But I can just shoot the guys behind them, and that won't affect
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, then without the point blank shot or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. 25 damage, is that everything?
And my AC is 19.
And your AC is 19. Alright. Let's see, Lauren, you're gonna be up. You see the heads kind of look at you, and one of the right heads kind of looks down at you and seems to be kind of focused on you now. It took the most damage so far from you.
I'm gonna speak the power word and activate my animated shield first.
Okay.
And then I'll pull out my crossbow as I get here.
Okay.
Poison the tip, and I'm gonna shoot this goblin.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Nice, both of you.
Man, crits are out. And
Give me a con save, DC 12.
Okay, for the poison, right?
Yeah, for poison.
Plus 3 is 13.
Stirred. That passes. So you only take. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I crit it and I do 2 damage. Plus
Okay.
2, 4. I do 4
4.
damage on the crit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Balling.
And
Better than missing.
better than missing, I don't do poison damage, and I do minimum damage.
So your crossbow finds its mark. However, it just skims across the top of the goblin's
like-
leg.
Boom, headshot, and it's just like very thick skull, just go. Just sticks to its
Sticks in
forehead.
there.
Just hits and curves over the top under the skin. It comes out the back.
Good thing I had the plate installed.
I like the idea of it. Like, as it rides the top, like the skin crumples up, and then the arrow goes like this on the back of the head.
Just kind of pops up.
I swear and grog under my breath. Brr.
Blah.
Anyway, that's my turn.
Okay. Keebler, that's gonna leave you up.
Okay, so for
It's a good image.
my character's turn, I'm going to use Erupting Earth,
Okay.
and I want to. It's a 20-foot cube. So
Okay.
if I could get this guy and whoever else, I
You
don't know,
can
maybe
get-
just that guy.
You
These
can
two.
get those
Just
two for
those
sure.
two?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, based on the blocks, I don't think you could get to the other guy.
You could get these 3,
Yeah.
or these 2. You can't.
well, what do you?
Well, we're gonna find out right now.
Because there's 15 feet
yeah,
here.
Here's a 20-foot
Here's a
cube.
20-foot cube, so I think you actually can hit him. It looks like here.
Yeah, but your squares are not scaled.
They are on here.
Okay.
Yeah, on the TV there.
No, because
So,
they're
but you-
they're narrower than they're wide.
Yeah, but
No, I'm saying as far as the white parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grid. Yeah, that's actually those are 5x5s.
Okay.
But yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can hit those two.
Okay, I'll do that. So I need to get each creature needs give me a dex saving throw.
Oh, it might be. Maybe I have it on because I have a stretch right now.
No, there.
I think.
I think he's right. I think one side is a bit longer, but
Yeah.
not by much.
Yeah, I know.
This one.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, dex saving throw for both creatures, please.
I
Okay.
will say that the
15 for the
horizontal white stripes are easier to read than the vertical.
That is my spell save.
Look at this square right here.
So
15?
15 for the Eden, and you said Dex, right?
Yeah.
So 15 for the Eden and 18 for the Goblin.
Okay, they both made it.
So what happens then?
Half damage, I assume.
Oh, did I just get rid of that for no reason?
Yeah, because you still need that. Because I'm sure it's still something happens. It's just whether
Oh,
or not.
yeah.
So
On the damage fail,
3d12
say half as much damage.
Okay, so roll your damage and you have it.
And then difficult terrain, probably.
Yep.
1d12. Okay, so it's 4.
Yeah, as the earth erupts underneath them.
Okay.
That's a
I
20.
I know. I just had 3 of them.
That's one. There's 2.
2.
There's another one there. And
Okay.
one.
2.
Some good damage right there. 9, 11, 20, 32.
What was it,
plus
40,
6,
12?
38.
38.
So half of that.
19.
That's
Yep.
why he needs to be sit next to me, that he can add really quick.
That's 19 to both, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then I
So-
think my spirit gets one as a
Slightly better than Matt
Bonus
Lieutenant's.
You can move him, right?
because he takes his turn after me.
Yeah. So if you want to move him, where you want to move him. By the way, this guy, as the earth erupts underneath these guys, you see the Eden kind of wobble for a second. Is it difficult terrain now then?
Yes.
Okay, so the ground kind of bubbles up. You see the stones kind of fall apart and crumble underneath him as he kind of starts to lose his footing a little bit, although he is still up. The other one dies
Nice.
as he is sucked under the ground as the stone erupts from beneath his feet.
Okay, so my spirit
Mm-hmm.
can move and attack, right?
Or you
it's
can
the
place him in
turn.
yeah, you can place him in a square, right? Wherever you want to place him.
Yeah, but he also has attack. So I mean, it says
Depends
I
on
don't
what
think
the
you're
action
making a-
takes. It'll read like if it takes a bonus action to do a thing, you only get one of those
What, you wanna
bonus
see it?
actions.
see it.
Let the rules guide live.
It's that one, and then the next paragraph in the next page.
So it's a handy ally that takes its turn immediately after you.
Yeah.
You can command it as a bonus action.
Okay, there you go. So you can move it into the space of something else. Or I think he actually has
More.
like a little fireball or something.
So like when he summons up like his hammer, he has to use his bonus action to have that hit.
Yeah.
You have to use a bonus action to move it.
Okay.
It's the same sort of thing.
Where do you want to move him?
Hold on. I made him read.
Oh.
Did you deal fire damage? No, that was bludgeoning.
Yeah, that was bludgeoning, so I don't think I can use an action.
You can't. You're not doing the extra damage.
No.
But you can't move it into one of their spaces, and they take damage from that. If I read that right before, when she made the case.
That's how I read it.
It appears in the occupied space, and any creature within 10 feet of it needs to do a dex save or take 2d6 fire damage.
Nice.
Within 10 feet of it, so
Yeah, so you can basically move it over
You
by
can
those
move
two,
it.
or by the Etten, or
In between the
What's
two.
you could in between. You could move
It's-
it in between and hit all 3 of them.
Its speed is 30 feet flying.
Okay.
So, anyone?
Oh well, yeah,
can do
you
that.
probably could get it to the Etten then from there.
You can move it to the no problem.
Is that also going to hit
But
us?
yeah, is it gonna hit them?
Yeah, it's gonna hit your friends.
It flies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It
flies.
doesn't need to be right next to us. It could be above us.
Yeah.
True.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna go fly it up by the heads of the Etten?
Yeah.
Throw it on top of this?
Yep. And then there's an attack roll then for this thing?
No, it's a dex save if I'm just moving
Oh,
it.
dex save, okay.
Yeah, as a bonus action, you can totally tell it to move.
Yeah.
That's probably not gonna make it. It's a 9.
Oh yeah, no. So you
Sweet.
2d6. Oh, well, there goes that one. 7 fire
Okay.
damage.
7 points of fire damage. And you see your little fire spirit fly up into the open. And this pencil.
It would have. It should have an attack this turn.
Does?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you didn't summon it this. Yeah, it would have an attack with its fire seed.
So, so you do your damage with your fire spirit, and it is hanging out by the heads. Who's up next?
Does it have an attack? Or
Yeah, does it have an attack then?
Yeah.
So I can use my fire seed
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I
It's a
guess
creature.
that-
You can
Yeah.
as a
It
bonus
takes
action.
its full turn after me. If I don't use it.
So OP. Well, go ahead. Let's do it.
It's a
It has,
creature.
it has an AoE and an attack.
Yeah, anything within 10 feet of it takes fire damage.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You know,
Just like a fire elemental.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. It's a fire
Just
spirit.
a little,
15?
little elemental. 15 to hit the Eden is going to hit.
What was it? Oh, I'm gonna fix.
remember that spell he gave me a couple, last campaign?
9.
Where
Yeah.
my character would turn
Okay,
into.
70.
Yeah. It's the same thing. If you within a certain
Okay.
distance of me, you would catch fire.
Now I'm done.
No, you're done. Good job, though. A lot of damage went out there. Shinerla, you're going to be up next.
Okay. So I'm gonna head to the spot that she was at.
That's difficult to run.
Yeah. Go ahead and take your attack of opportunity.
From where are we hitting from? The goblin?
The
Oh, because you're going right by him.
Yep.
Ooh, he misses you. 9.
Nice. Ooh. And I will do Thunderstep.
You've been.
Bam, 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 bam.
It's not nearly as good as Thundercrow.
Some AC/DC comes in.
Constitution saving throws versus DC 16 on
Both those guys?
and the
Okay. Con saves?
yep.
I think both the goblins failed. 5 and 8. The Etten 17.
Okay.
All right.
So the goblins both take 8 plus 9,
17.
17 damage, and then the Etten takes half.
So like 8.
Yep. All right. I fuck off over to here.
These goblins are dead.
Oh, and that can be heard within
300.
300 feet.
Important.
Now, you notice the trailing sounds. Sounds like it's been flying around for a while. Maybe down the hallways,
Yeah.
those other
Anywhere you can
hallways
see.
leading out of this room. You're hearing that loud, right? That shrieker. And Shinerla, as you back up into that corner over there, you notice 4 more goblins run out of that hallway down there.
God damn it.
Excellent.
Nice.
Oh, before I jumped from that spot and the boom hit, I yelled out Thor.
Hey, that's my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in all the gods.
I see.
By the way, do you want a set of those to paint?
Huh.
You want a set of those to paint? I'm gonna have tons of shit, so I'm just like, hey.
That's what I was telling him outside. Before we even started.
Yeah, just careful with the hands; they're super fragile. Yeah. So who are we on? LeVar.
Mr. Burton.
It's a 14.
On the goblin.
Yes.
That's gonna miss.
One.
These guys are leathered up and they have shields.
For sure. 23 and a 16 hit for my last two.
Yeah, those will both hit.
For a total of 21 points of damage. To whichever one.
Pick one.
Okay. This guy.
He is dead. Okay. So let's see. Front group, back group's still there. Front group's gone, but we need to roll initiative for the new group coming in. 6 plus 2 is 8, so they're gonna go in somewhere down here.
Between, like, with me and Keith.
Yeah, these were both 8s.
Okay.
Split the difference.
Yeah. Second group guy is gonna be the one on you.
Yep.
And you see him pull a scimitar. And it crits.
Cool.
Critical night. The third? No, I mean, it would be the 7th, technically. Well, 8th.
For 9 points of damage. You hear him chuckle and Nixon go.
It's because I damaged his brain when we shot.
Let's see.
Damaged it good.
Yeah, all 4 damage, man. It's important.
Some flesh meat. It is but a scratch.
Etten.
I think. Based on the fire up next to his head, he's gonna just make a rotating move away from the spirit.
No.
No.
Maybe from the spirit or no?
Oh, the spirit. I don't know if the spirit has reactions.
Yeah, I don't know if the spirit has reactions. Otherwise, it gets an
It's
attack
a-
of opportunity as
It's
it
a
moves out.
creature. It has hit points. It has all that. So I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a creature.
So make the attack.
Oh, does it have a melee attack?
Mhm.
Okay, then it does a melee attack.
Okay, which is that thing I used.
So,
Wait, no, that's a ranged weapon.
Yeah, it's ranged.
No, it doesn't have.
A reaction doesn't have to be. Does it have to be melee?
Yeah, pretty sure it has to be. You have to have a special feat to do magic.
Yeah.
I know that.
Does it not have arms or hands or anything?
I mean, it does look like a little fire spirit, right? It does have like little. Like,
It says that you can take any shape I want it to take. So it can look like however I want it to look.
okay, so it could look
So,
like a
I mean,
little
it looks like that.
fire spirit goblin or something with little arms and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, so have it let's slash out at this thing. Go ahead and roll
Yes.
an attack.
Opportunity attack specifically says 1 melee attacks.
Oh, nice.
So with its little fiery arm, you're gonna have it make an attack at this thing.
Oh, well, that's not going to work. What is it?
Strength.
Strength?
It's strength.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
yours.
yeah.
No,
Oh,
your
no,
strength,
it's
yeah.
strength. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. So, what did I have? Oh, a 7? So a 7.
Okay, that's not gonna.
Yeah, because it's plus 0.
So it makes a rotating move away from the fire spirit to get away from the heat, and makes an attack at Malcolm. Uh, 20.
Mm-hmm.
For 18 points. As the battle axe rips into you from the side. Now, what kind of armor are you wearing?
None.
None.
He's a monk.
Okay. So you see, some of your flesh has definitely opened up now as this battle axe has, like, basically come into the side of your body and is protruding from your side. Probably is breaking a rib or something. That's it. Malchus, you're up next.
Alright. That is a 13.
All of those will hit.
It's a low AC.
He does have a low. I just had natural armor.
18.
It's a monk.
Kind
Or
of.
barbarian.
Kind of.
25,
With way shittier armor
26,
than
27,
the rest of these monks have.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
Okay. Palpable hit.
Yeah.
What were you using?
Magic sword.
Okay.
And my feet.
Yep, because you stab and pick them. So we're gonna say that when you went for the strike, that's the printer is done. So when you went for the strike, you actually ended up. He kind of knelt down a little bit, and you ended up gashing one of the head's necks, and it is splurting blood out the side of the neck now.
Okay.
Okay. Morin.
I'm gonna use my as I see this group of goblin approaching, I'm gonna use my last third level spell to cast Shatter at them. I mean Shatner.
Okay.
I'm gonna shatter them back into space. In and out, Scotty.
The door opens.
So let's see. They all have to take a con save, DC 14, or take 48 damage.
Con plus 0, so this group.
Yeah. You have to roll d10s or nothing. It's just automatically 48 damage.
So 13. What's the DC?
14.
Okay, so the first one failed. The second one made it. We'll just go in order as they
So
are.
24 and 48.
Third one did not. And the fourth one critted.
Ooh.
So,
That dispels the spell, doesn't it?
so okay, yep. So 2 of them made it, 2 of them didn't.
All right. So the 2 that succeeded get half damage. The other take full.
Okay.
Let's see. 8 and 14 is 22.
Okay.
So bang, 22 damage. So 11 on the one that saved.
The 2 that's it.
Okay, and you're gonna notice all 4 of them die
And then
as Shatter goes off. Good job.
Like splatter.
Oh,
Yes.
When that goes off again, I yell Thor again.
it took me too long to realize what you were doing. Okay. Ow. I go Pashaba. Instead of you, and now you cruise forward.
Yeah, he's doing that.
You believe, if you believe, buddy. So I believe in you.
All right. That took me way too long to understand. All right.
Hey, Blur, you're up.
okay.
I cast Splat Goblet.
That's cool and all. I'm gonna, because I'm running out of spells and crap, I'm gonna actually go up to him, I guess.
Oh my god.
and use, because I'm pretty much out of spells, Primal Savagery or whatever.
Go.
I like the idea. They're just like, I guess I'm coming over to you.
So,
Just like
If you
casually
move
walking.
here,
yeah.
you'll get
it'd be-
advantage.
Oh, I'll get advantage? Oh,
Yeah, because
You're
you're
behind it.
I'm behind it.
you're flanking him. So
Okay.
2d20s instead of just
You
a
can't handle all this fear bulb.
Too much for my own self.
You hit anyway.
Yeah. 16 plus 7.
Okay. 23 hits.
And then 2d10.
Nice.
So
10?
10. And
Four.
14.
Nice.
Bonus
Well done.
action, move your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Fry it from the top down.
Yeah, I can move that thing.
You know what you should do?
So I need to-
You
what?
should have it attack first and then move it. Because it doesn't have melee.
Oh, yeah. Good plan. Oh. Well, yep.
It hits.
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
And it was.
So it's tossing its little firebolt at this guy.
It's yeah, the seed thing.
Oh, the flaming seed or whatnot.
Yeah, flame seed.
Okay.
Spitting sunflower seeds.
So 6.
6 points.
Elemental
Yeah.
spitball.
And then I'm gonna move above him again.
I love the
Yeah.
difference between
And I need
fantasy
a
and
deck?
reality because getting shot by a phosphorus bullet would suck. But in this, it's kind of, it's a point
so
piece.
2d6 fire damage.
I mean, on the
And I
upside,
rolled
it would cauterize.
10.
Right.
Wow.
It's not quite a phosphorus bullet. It's more like,
Wow.
light
And then, oh, I didn't move. Oh, no, I did. Yeah,
Yeah, you moved up on it.
It's like getting hit.
That wasn't my
by a
full
ball of
movement, though, was
plasma,
No.
I'm gonna move
which
back.
would vary.
However far back I can.
And that would draw an attack opportunity out of it.
Oh, would it?
Yeah.
But he's be looking the other way, right?
Doesn't matter.
But,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Yeah, no.
Okay, never mind.
If you
I'll
move
just
out of
stay.
his face, then you get some chance to hit him.
To whoop up. Yeah.
Captain Kirk.
So let's see. That's it for you.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna go
Oh, Stunner D.
top of the round. Shirley, you're up.
Sweet.
I
Captain Frog.
have found out why. I call him Bones. Turns out he's full of them.
Question.
I don't know if
If
I'll ever
it's
get on
flanked-
this planet.
Do I have advantage on range attacks on?
I don't think there's anything
Just wondering.
causing that.
Okay. I will shoot one Eldritch Bolt at it.
Okay.
He's restrained, right? Because I did that difficult terrain thing.
That doesn't make him.
Oh, it's not restrained. Oh, it's just difficult. You can't.
No, that's your.
Just,
He can move
it
it.
just halves,
Oh,
your,
yeah, yeah.
halves your movement.
Oh, that's right.
23.
Misses.
23 hits.
I'm thinking of entangled.
15 damage.
Yeah, that's the.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Which, it being a net probably wouldn't have really mattered because those things are actually strong.
That might say 17.
Yeah, saves. My second shot, I'll throw at one of these goblins.
There's only one left.
Yeah, the only other guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 came. Splat.
Crit.
There you
Okay.
go. It's dead.
Probably gonna kill it.
Nope, one. Just like the last time he got crit
Okay,
on.
one hit point.
Well,
Oh, he rolled one. Yeah.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
No, I get you have a lot more time.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I killed Orcus.
Is it?
I mean,
Is it over 7?
that's 10. There's another 10 in there, and 13. That's 33 damage.
Plus,
Killed him several times.
Plus 4, 37.
Yeah. Describe your healing blow.
Wow.
Okay.
the spirit that gets eaten by my mask and then forced out through its face whirls in a clockwise around, grabs him by the head, spins him upside down, and then pile drives him into the dirt as ripping the front of its flesh off down in front of this guy. So there's basically a vertical splat, like an L, where
Okay.
half of his flesh comes off in the front and then it just falls down.
Nice. And you see that.
Catch the heart.
Yeah, let's make it easy for you to
Good catch.
crack any opening. Fresh one.
Yep. Cracking open a warm one with the boys.
Okay. Where are we at here? Let's see. Where
The bar. The bar, yes.
Yeah, the bar.
Yep.
There are no more goblins. So.
Yep. Just the Etten left at the moment.
Don't move.
I don't know that I can make it to.
You could
Dash.
bonus action dash, or do you have like a key point move dash?
Yes.
I can do that as well. I mean, technically, all of this I can just move straight through because none of that's actually there.
Yeah.
Oh, the statues.
But that's still probably more than 45.
30, 35.
I don't know.
40.
40.
Cool.
That's what I
Yeah,
think.
I'm at 45 for movement, so.
Watcha!
Punching things.
Would you consider him flanked and give him advantage on an attack? Look on you.
Probably not.
Even if he. I'm good with the 3 rolls I did. My lowest was an 18.
Oh yeah, you missed. Clavity slavity.
His AC just increased by 4. No.
That's why I did. The other 2 will hit.
Just sitting there pounding his nutsack going, hey, there's 2 heads down here too.
No, you see, the Etten has legendary resistance to slapping damage.
Especially on the nuts.
Because, yeah, that's secret technique. I don't actually use my fists. I just slap people.
Yeah. You see the skin there get way thicker as they kind of curl up into the body.
29
29.
points of damage.
Okay. Describe your killing blow on this.
See, it's got 2 heads. You have to use your Three Stooges style. Slap the heads together.
Blind,
They just.
blind the left and the right eye.
No, I just imagine getting them both following it, and then you just. And they just
Clap
smack
both
their
heads
heads
together.
together. Like it always does with Curly.
And one of them was already bleeding out, so there's a lot of blood that starts shooting out.
And then 2 fists in,
We're
2
gonna-
hearts.
Okay, at this point, as it spins and curls around, Malquis, Malquis, Keebler, and Lavar
Fix it.
are covered in blood.
Oh.
That's difficult terrain.
Now
Yeah.
that loops us up so we can slide through the difficult terrain easier.
So now the Etten is dead, and all the goblins appear to be dead at the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go any more down the hallway.
That thing is never
Can we still heal that screaming thing?
It's faintly off in the distance. It's kind of gone back and around and all that, so it's just kind of off in the distance, like screaming off.
We should probably kill that thing.
Yeah. Go get it.
Search these guys for
These nuts?
these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
investigations.
Come back and do that.
Check the
Take care of the
terrain.
threat first.
All right.
Let's see.
I would be knee deep in this anyway.
I were going to completely suggest practical things that we were going to ignore it again.
So you guys are all in.
Okay.
It was 39. 39 A, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just brushing up on what exactly is going on in this room. Okay, so now what do we want to do from here?
Go after the noise.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all going after the noise, or are we searching this room while we're here?
I'm going after the noise. I
Okay.
don't know what everybody else is doing.
Okay.
I'm calling the.
The elf made a point that we can come back and search this later. So
That is
I
a good
think he's
point.
right.
Okay, so so you take off down the far hallway and go out. What on your map? You got the map, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna call that far hallway going down towards 39C.
Okay.
And we will be going quickly after it to run it down. Remember, 2 of us have over 40.
Okay. So and it's quite a ways away. Like it's just very, very loud. So it has gone a little ways away from by now. Well, let's see. As you start to run out of this room, you see 2 goblins on the right-hand side of an opening. We're going to call it, there's 3 openings going into 39C on your map. So in the first opening, that's where you guys are going to see this. You see two goblins that appear to be bickering and fighting over scraps of moldy food. Right around that corner down the hallway. Obviously, they didn't give two shits about what the Shrieker was doing as they were engaged in some sort of fight over this food.
Can we whack him as an afterthought?
I will endeavor to help them solve their problems by stabbing them in the back.
Hang on, let me.
Okay.
So, like, he made a loud boom that was heard for 300 feet. I just shattered 4 of their colleagues into
Yeah.
guts and gore.
And they were unfazed by this.
And I'm like looking at, fuck this.
I need
That's
to-
my food.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goblins in this dungeon.
Yeah. They've been fighting over this food for probably some time. And
Well,
obviously,
my own
paid no
food,
attention to
be
the
like,
call of
follow us.
alarm.
Good, they'll pay no attention when I stab them.
Go ahead and make your attack. They're engaged
Get him.
in combat themselves.
My lowest is
Okay.
I don't know if you're trying hard enough, Jonathan.
Yeah, that hits.
not. What happened to my other? That's 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
Points of damage.
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 33
3
damage.
attacks.
3 attacks.
Yep.
I do 3 attacks around.
Okay, so I get it. No, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, 7 would kill him. So,
Oh, then I would have, after
no.
killing the first one, I would have turned around and sliced the other one.
okay, so you hit the first one and then move on to hit the second one. You kill both of them on your way through.
Yes. And unlike many of the other times, if anybody's paying attention or watching, I kill these guys brutally.
Okay. Brutally. So like just like knives through necks and all that kind of stuff, like blood everywhere.
See, I just assumed you just went for one large
Making a
sweep
cut directly
motion
down
and
the
decapitated both
spine,
of them.
grabbing the ribs, holding them outward.
As you make your way down 39C on your map,
Blood eagle.
Heavy metal, dude.
you see that there's a right-hand turn coming up. You do see the flickering of like almost like a fire is roaring in there. How do you guys want to approach this? Are we just running? Okay. You run around the corner. As soon as you do that, you see a large forge on the back part of this wall. You'd see it on your map. I think is the little like divot off the side of that.
This.
Yep. So there's a large forge in the back part of that area. Blackened Forge dominates the north wall. The magic, let's see.
Ooh.
The magic that
You can repair my...
is heating the forge appears to still be lingering as the forge is lit up and you're seeing like bright lights, but no real fire. It looks like a fire, but you don't see fire in the forge. There's an iron anvil in front of it. It stands about 3 foot high on a circular stone dais in front of the hearth. Let's see. Hanging above the anvil from thick iron chains is a large, 10-foot long, 8-foot wide stone hammer.
Too big for me.
Carved into one side of its stone head are the Dwarvish Runes. Does anybody know Dwarvish?
Nope, I can read
You
it.
can read it. Well, you're not there.
I ran with them.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, I think all of us.
We
were.
all went together.
You're all going to get. Okay, I just.
Yeah, we're not going to run through a dungeon alone.
Got
We're
it.
not going to have anybody do that.
The,
Good,
the
good.
2 monks are faster than us, but we're running
Okay.
with them.
So as you guys come around the corner and you see this, you see that these are 2 Dwarvish runes for earth and water. Well, you haven't seen the other side yet. See, I got that. The southeast corner. Southeast corner of the forge room. You see 2 Edens. And a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long, and 2-foot high slab of stone in that corner. It looks like the Ettins are feeding 2 carrion crawlers in the corner of that room. And it looks like there's some sort of body that they are feeding it to,
Awesome.
or feeding to it.
Maybe that shrieker.
Do we still hear the shrieker?
At this point, it's drowned out. It may have moved on somewhere else.
Bastard. We'll find him.
How many rounds did it take from us to get from that room to this room?
Spatially, probably you guys can move, what, 45 is max distance right now? So
I'm moving at 30.
I'm just saying for these guys.
Yeah.
So for them, it would probably take 2.5 rounds to get there.
So maybe 3 or 4 for us.
It's about 200 feet
Something like that.
worth of travel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take 4 because I still have spell effects up.
Okay. All right. So you come into that room, and again, you see those 2 Ettins and then this large stone hammer above this Arthur Forge. Let me grab another map up.
Yeah.
Maybe I can fix my hammer here.
I don't know if I have it.
Do you have any Viagra? Or wait, they use like a different colored pill for frogs, don't they?
Probably.
Orange, citrus, different.
Now there's a forge.
Okay. So, as you come into this room, we'll just use both these bigger minis for the Ettins.
Nice. Carrying? Crawler?
Yeah, I actually need 2 of them. They'll be off in the corner.
Here's one.
I think I have another one that's plastic.
Looking.
It's very light tan.
I remember you showing us the different menu.
I just had one that was bought and one that I painted. So the other one's like a plastic, pre-made.
Isn't there one?
But while we find it, traditionally we try to stop about halfway through and take a break. We're gonna probably take that time now to do this. There we go. We got the carrion crawler. So she'll go over in the corner as well, and then we'll give it into combat in this forge room and see what's going on in here. Yeah, awesome. That looks good on there with that new camera up there. I like that. Yeah, it looks way better than the old one. So again, thank you guys for joining us. Hang out. It'll probably be like 8 to 10 minutes. We just stretch our legs and get up and all that stuff. We run till midnight Central Time. So there's another hour and about 40 minutes left. So hang out. Stay with us.
Awesome.
All right, guys, we are coming back here. Let's get back into the programming here. All right, cool. Welcome back, guys. If you're just joining us, we are in Dungeons of the Mad Mage session 13?
12.
12? 12. Okay.
That's what
yeah.
you said at the beginning of the stream anyway.
Yeah, I have it on the tag here. Yeah, session 12.
Yay.
Yeah, and they just ran into a room that had a large forge in it. And a couple of ettins in the corner that were feeding something to a couple of carrion crawlers.
We're coming in this corner here.
Hasn't been an hour, right?
No.
Not even close, probably.
No.
No, we're still in the same 10 minutes. Or minute.
Yeah.
I have spells left up from the last encounter.
Oh.
This second guess was really good. Another.
Carrion crawlers. Yeah.
They're okay.
What is wrong with you? These are elixirs of life. How dare you say they are okay?
Yeah, the blue ones are good. I like
More.
the cherry limeades.
They're
They taste
more.
exactly like those code blue Mountain Dews. No, it's code red. What's the blue one? That
Voltage.
voltage. Yeah.
No, we have live wire in there. We used to have voltage. I did not get to the store to buy more pops, so.
I used to drink those in college. And then I gained 20 pounds, so I stopped drinking those. I know. Who would have thought that drinking soda would be
Okay.
Oh, he's not stopping.
So we'll pull it out of here. Crunch as I hear the binding on my monster manual kind of fall apart. It's so.
First printing? Yeah.
Let's see.
They don't make them like they used to. They were better when they were bound with sheep pleasure.
So I'll keep this handy.
Never.
Okay. As we're coming into combat here, let's roll a new initiative order for this combat.
Yay! Oh, it's the same as before.
18.
17.
8.
You've been rolling really low for your.
Okay, so yeah,
I know.
17 Keebler.
Yeah.
Chris?
2 less than Alec.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You
how
want
did
to
it
go
go?
first or last?
Yeah.
So Keebler and then
I did well on my initiative, so of course he had us reroll
Jonathan
initiative.
first.
Yeah.
I got nine,
Okay.
18.
When I don't do well, he doesn't have us reroll.
But
okay.
18, 17, 15.
Warren should be before Shinarla.
Yep.
Okay. And
You were so far
let's see,
ahead, you
the ends
overflowed
are
your initiative
4.
down to bottom of the
And then,
Sure.
well, no, I only rolled for 1, so let's do the other one. Not much better. 7. So that's right above Shinarla, I think.
Wow.
So that'll be 2, and then I don't have the carrion crawler one for some reason, so I'm gonna use the goblin one in that place. But they're gonna go at
Crap the bills.
they're gonna go at 17.
Nice, oh nice. It's
Equal to
wow.
So we'll let you guys go first, and then.
They're an amoeba that's basically like a...
All right, so we have a turn order for this thing. We'll go back to the map here.
probably the foundation of mammals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got your large forge. I do like this map, though.
If that's where we're starting, we're not on camera.
Are we not? I can fix that.
Oh, okay.
I assume that's where we're starting from seeing the map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or do you want us more?
I think you would. I mean, there's like was a one entrance to that room though, right? So I think coming around that
I mean,
corner.
that's
Yeah,
three.
it's a. Yeah, no, there's like a large hallway there, right? So yeah, that's fine. You can come up from that way, where you're at. So yeah, over in the corner, and then obviously moving past that forge or whatnot.
Right.
But Malquist, you're up first.
Uh, 5, 10.
Why don't you roll a d6? Is this? Yeah, 4. What's that?
4.
4. So your intelligence is what raised.
Okay.
Based on that item.
Yep. I got you. I know.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. So move me up 40.
10, 20, 30, 40. Right.
Okay.
Okay. And okay, so we're gonna move up there, and then you guys probably wouldn't see it, but all of a sudden my eyes become a very dark, inky black. Suddenly, I am overcome by a deeper voice that you hear me utter. And I look directly at that first and tell it to sleep. Makes a wisdom save.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's with the +0, 6.
It fails. It falls asleep.
Okay. Now if I remember right on Hatton's, one head falls asleep, the other one stays awake. On a sleep spell.
I don't know.
I think that's it.
You didn't say that?
Neat.
This just says the target falls unconscious.
Okay.
It wakes up if it takes any damage or any other creature uses its action to shake the sleeper awake.
Wow.
I mean, do we have to have such a large section on demons? Okay.
Yes.
Demons and dragons. 2 largest sections in the monster movie.
Well, that's D&D, right?
It is D&D. Elemental. Where am I there?
I'm grabbing cups. I'm stealing.
Did Josie get a hold of you guys?
Oh, yeah.
So it has an ability called Wakeful. When one of the Etton's heads is
Right.
asleep, its other head is awake.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think that is what is by that for magical spells, or just a normal?
That might
fate?
be
That
a
is
normal
how it
state.
sleeps.
Yeah, it might be just how it sleeps. I guess rereading it sounds like it's probably just how it sleeps.
Yeah, so
Or-
people
so-
can't sneak up on it when it's
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yep,
It's
that makes
not-
sense. I like that. So, okay. So, it falls asleep.
Oh my god, you killed him.
Christopher, will you do me a favor and hand me one of those sodas behind?
Doingly.
Should get inspiration for that.
Inspiration for the sodas?
No, for him grabbing one for you.
You watch your...
Oh, I said him.
No, I need a different one from the lower shelf. I don't want to drink her Mountain Dews. He only has like one 12-pack.
No, I bought a 36
Voodoo.
You bought a 36-pack of Mountain Dew now?
at Costco.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they're only like $10.50, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's fine. You hang on to it.
Okay, well, he,
I'll take it. I'll
Okay,
drink
you
your,
can drink
I'll
it.
drink your mouth.
probably be going to Costco getting soup.
So, so he falls asleep. What else you got?
That's it.
Okay. Keebler, you're up next.
Oh crap. Well,
You and your fire thingy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have him too, but for me, I can make an attack as well. But I don't have any spells really anymore. So
Do you use all your spell slots already?
pretty much the ones that are useful.
Okay. I mean, you have
Um,
cantrips, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm using. And
Oh.
you guys are all gonna make fun of me.
Oh,
No.
So
I'm down to
frostbite.
Nobody's making fun of
I'm
me.
down to 2 spells as well.
Okay, well, frostbite.
Okay.
So
Oh,
within 60
frostbite.
feet, well, that will hit that guy
I'll have more spell slots
You
than
would
me.
need to move up.
like a couple.
Yeah,
You
a
would need
little
to
bit.
move almost like 25 or 30 feet.
Anything I can cast.
Who do you want to hit this guy on the ground?
60 feet
No.
distance?
Yeah.
Oh,
10,
yeah,
20,
yeah.
30, 40, 50, 60. So, I mean, yeah.
If you want to hit that guy,
You can hit this guy. You probably would have to move up to hit any of these guys.
Okay, then let's move up and
Yeah,
I'll
we
hit that guy over there.
But you've seen sleep spells work before, so you know that if you hit that other
Yeah,
guy,
I
he'll
will wake up. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll hit that guy over there.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah. So, which one?
the big one.
The big, yeah,
The
the guy.
big, the other end. Got it. And he's gonna make
So, con save, please.
2d6.
he's gonna fail with an 8.
Cool.
Pretty sure.
Disadvantage.
11.
11 will miss.
No.
No,
Oh,
Damage.
oh, points
that's
of damage.
damage.
Oh,
You did
okay.
a con save.
Yeah, you're right. I did. Thank you.
Do you know how to play this game, Joe?
No,
This is your first day.
I didn't realize you were just rolling damage. All right, let's do this. Need a new sheet. Okay.
Oh, and then my fire guy, huh?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
also has a ranged attack,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, he does. That same one that I've been using.
So it was how much damage on that guy?
11.
11.
And he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay.
Yep.
But my
And that guy,
cantrip damage goes to 11.
so it's the same range. So what's this? Oh, it's 30. No, wait. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to do that. Same guy.
Okay.
So I gotta attack first. Oh, wow. That's not gonna do it.
You have a +8 to attack?
Yeah, it's 3, but it's still not gonna
Okay.
do it.
Yeah.
I mean, an 11 might hit it.
11's
It will be 7 to hit.
Yeah, it would be a 7.
Oh, 7 will miss.
I thought you said +8.
Yeah, she rolled a 4. Like, if you have +8, that's at least 12. I think that hits.
That was on the end, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that misses.
So my fire guy and me are done.
I don't know if you want to
And
be.
this guy's
Do you
got
want to be standing
disadvantage.
right next to it?
It's probably flying or whatever. You can do a thing
Okay.
where it doesn't affect her.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So it's carrying crawler. Mhm. Yeah. So only attack damage, right? That wakes it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're just gonna make this happen. So the carrion crawler starts eating him. No. Climbs over the end. And comes up towards Malchus. The other one appears to be starting to try to chew on his feet. Okay, so the first one's gonna be a tentacle attack. 28 to hit.
Sad but true.
Too much.
You need a table extender.
I know, I do. Freaking table is not long enough for all this shit.
I forgot to roll. Really important.
Oh. As
Bottom.
I go over to another screen entirely, hitting the button. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, 3. So that's gonna be... Yeah, for 6 points of damage.
What kind?
Make a con save.
What kind of damage?
It is...
I hope you took half damage when you got shot by
Piercing?
arrows earlier. Because of
Piercing that
piercing.
we're resistant to.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this would be bludgeoning damage from the tentacle. But then I need a DC 13 cons.
Nope, 10.
You're poisoned. Until the poison ends, you are paralyzed. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Yeah, but
Stay effects of paralysis.
Sure.
Oh, what do you have? All the status effects and cards? That's nice.
Yeah.
How handy.
Yeah.
I feel like it is on my...
Rather than
He's
try
got
to
it.
find them in the book every time, or
Yeah,
He's
feel
had
like
him for a
And I
while.
haven't, I should just pull out the other screen and use the other screen because it's got all the status effects right on it.
I also
mean,
can
you
just
could
help
pull
out
the
by having
second
these-
screen
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just line it right around.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you'd
yeah.
still have the dungeon.
Well, here's the funny thing. I saw, looking through all this 3D printing crap, I saw some clips that you can put on your DM screen that allow you to put another DM screen on that DM screen so that you can basically have 2 DM screens running like up on top of each other, but that's so tall that like I would have to do gymnastics.
we could make you a little like saloon door.
Yeah, in the middle.
We do the clips here, and then also clips on the bottom, and then it's just this side and that side, and you set it on there so you have a nice little cubby hole right there you could reach through.
Oh, right, yeah. To move characters around and stuff. And see what's actually
And we'll
happening.
get you like one of those little craps dice hooks. So you can slide it up.
Yeah, so and then he starts chewing on the other guy's foot. Lavar, you're going to be up next.
All the DM
It's
screens.
just a wall. This little DM room.
Hand comes out through the hole.
Oh, I'm sorry. He does have another attack with a bite.
Got advantage?
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because you're
Get rid of that.
paralyzed. Oh, that one is going to be a 23.
And it's also a critical hit.
Really?
Yep. Any attack. Paralyzed. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
9 points of piercing with the bite.
I read this one build that was built around
And now Lavar is going to be a...
making it so that you crit more, and then anytime you crit, you do more damage. So the build was built around creating paralyzed effects, stuff like that.
Right. That's pretty sweet.
Is that piercing damage?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were all resistant to piercing.
Yeah. So he's taking.
Oh, half. Okay, never mind. I didn't.
We're not
Okay.
immune.
Thank you to the wish.
So from White Plume, wasn't it?
Yep.
15
Okay.
to hit the carrying crawl.
And I get to make save rolls on that paralyzed?
At the end of your turn.
At the end of your turn, yeah. What?
15 to hit carrying crawler.
That is going to hit.
16
Because if I just had my book out, I would have known that.
and a 7. So 35 points of damage.
On the first carrion crawler?
Yep.
Okay.
And
That's
then-
awesome.
Because I don't want that dude attacking my friends. Because I don't want
Remember when
that
I got
dude
James
attacking
with
my friend, critting on my friends. Burn a key point.
Okay.
Yep. 23 and a 20. So. For 15 more points of damage.
Describe your killing blow on the carrying.
I'm gonna reach in and pull out all of the hearts,
Okay.
even the ones he's eaten.
Okay. So yeah, so you reach
Peel
in
him
and
like a banana.
peel him like a banana, and his carapace falls off as you reach in and grab whatever hearts happen to be inside of it.
Save those for later.
Do you actually eat the heart?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Constitution check.
It's poisonous.
It is poison.
It's 21.
Okay.
So we know which one's dead.
Luckily, you don't happen to hit a poison sac. So
Yeah, the poison sacks on the heart.
Moran is going to be up next.
It's hard as poison.
So I'm gonna
Yes.
leap,
Terrible.
boing, land, take my crossbow, shoot the.
Okay.
Poison it.
I will poison the tip.
Yeah.
So if it's hit,
But just the tip.
17 to hit.
So
On the Eden.
Yes.
Yeah, so that hits.
That's 21 to hit. That's just
Total.
17 on the die.
Yeah, it hits.
DC 12 con check.
+3 is a 6.
Oh! Extra 2d4 poison damage. That's a 2, plus a 1, that's 3. And 4, that's 7, plus 2, 9 damage total.
Okay.
That's more than my critical hit.
Like 5.
That's insane. And I whisper.
what? No, Shaba happy to do with you.
Whispered.
Rolling low on his poison dice.
This is better than my critical hit.
Okay, so that's going to put Eden 2 up. Eden 1 is asleep.
You know what should I have said? Loki.
Gonna move up to the paralyzed guy. He gets advantage.
Yeah, I'm
Oh yeah, and it's a crit then.
Which one's
It's a crit.
Okay.
Which one's the one that's before me or after me?
The one that's after you is the one that's asleep.
Okay.
Probably gonna hit 22.
Yeah. Roll that sweet, sweet crit damage.
$30 points of damage from the battle axe
Ooh.
as it rains down on your paralyzed body.
Sweet. Is that the only attack he's got? Does he got another?
That is all he has.
Alright.
Good word.
Was that? Oh, well, are you like unconscious down,
Uh-huh.
or you're down like dead down?
No.
Well,
Making save
like
throws. You're already
zero
making
hit points.
saves.
0 hit points.
Okay,
Down.
Oh wait, I should make a con save. Is it over half your?
it's half your hit points or more. Yeah, would be a con save.
15 on the die, so that's 19.
So
Still alive.
wouldn't have been, yeah, you're still alive. Shinerla, you're up.
I have healing word. I can.
Yeah. I'll attack the one that attacked my friend and hurt him.
Okay.
You have a friend?
Yeah. He's the guy I have sarcastic banter with. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
18 damage?
Definitely hit on as low as 13.
Wisdom save?
Do you need both parties consent?
14?
Because you're friends with someone?
Right.
Okay.
And I'm
Well,
going to
I
hit
mean-
the carrion crawler.
I don't think you do. Some people can assume that somebody else is a friend.
19?
19 hits it.
19 damage. Wisdom save.
That might make it. Plus 117.
Would you mind leaving me up by the ball of fire? Just right behind it.
Great balls of fire.
I'm done.
Okay. And then we're up to sleeping guy. Who you are starting to see stir a bit. As the other carrion crawler is doing damage to his foot to wake him. Malchus' turn.
Nine. Sweet.
If that's the end of your turn, though, you get
This
to
is
roll a
when
save on the or on the. Or does that even matter anymore?
Well, no, he's
Yeah,
0 hit points.
doesn't even really
so-
matter, huh?
No, if you hit him now, it's just another failure on a death save for him.
Oh,
The poison, yeah, it wouldn't matter.
right. Okay. So Keebler, you're gonna be.
I mean, you could consider that he's still paralyzed.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you want to roll for the. Yeah, I mean, because right
How
now
do
he's
you wanna
technically.
play?
Yeah, he's technically still paralyzed.
That's a 16.
So you're gonna save from that.
So I'm no longer paralyzed, but
Right.
I'm still unconscious.
Right.
And I failed one death saving throw. So if he hits me from right there, he'll automatically crit because I'm out, and that'll be 2 failures.
And he'll be dead.
And I'll be dead.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Which
But
is
he
fine.
does have disadvantage on attacking anybody because he's frightened.
Okay.
I go before it. So
Yep. Well, let's see where we go here. Keebler,
Guess-
He also
well,
shouldn't have
gonna
had
do
advantage
frostbite,
on that
'cause that's
one
all I got.
because she hit him.
you're
with
going on the
dex save.
Etten guy.
yeah.
He had disadvantage on his next attack.
Oh, I need a dex.
Oh, yeah.
Or I mean a con.
Yeah, he already has disadvantage.
Yeah.
Your guy?
Yeah,
Oh,
Because of my.
I thought you were rolling
because
advantage
of,
on the
I think he already
paralyzed
has
guy.
disadvantage because of the.
frostbite.
Frostbite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought you were rolling with
No.
advantage when you were attacking Malchus. But you wouldn't have that because you're at disadvantage.
It would have been normal,
It
but
would have
anyway.
been normal.
Yeah, I mean, it
Right, it
happened,
would've been
so
normal.
it's over.
Either way,
Okay.
let's go. Kill them.
I need a con save.
Con save.
You
You're right. It would
save
have been
me through
normal
killing.
though. That's a crit fail,
Nice.
Oh. So
Doesn't
what
do
does that
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing
But it-
for.
but it fails.
mean? Okay. Well, anyway, then you take 2 cold. Oh, 4 damage. Cold damage.
Okay.
And then my fire dude. Attack first.
Are you moving him?
Oh crap.
Oh, you're attacking first. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Plus
well,
3, that's a 12.
A 12.
Just gonna hit him.
Cool. What was that?
2d8.
No. 1d6.
Yeah, his flame seed, I think, is just the 1d6.
Yeah, it's 1d6. It's a 4.
Okay.
4. Wait, but I add 3. Yeah. So it's 7.
Okay.
Are you gonna move him?
Oh
Oh.
yeah, you can move him up and do damage to him again, right?
I think it's
within
30 feet.
Oh,
Dunk him in the
maybe
forge for now and
20.
then work the way around.
30. Yeah, I guess because you don't want to wake the other guy up necessarily fast.
Or burn your friend.
Yeah, or do damage to the
Yeah, because he's
guy.
unconscious, so I'll just stay.
Just move it diagonally forward,
Oh, yeah.
and then that way you'll be in
over
to
here
move
somewhere.
it around.
Yeah.
So put him within range for the next attack.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's gonna be
The carrion crawler.
yeah. Okay.
Who would smell the dead laying there, or the dying laying there, and would go after that, since that's what they prefer, as opposed to living flesh.
Yeah, but this one's focused on
Way to make your case.
on
Huh?
waking.
Let's play it out the way that it should.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
it. Have creatures act the way that they should. I don't care. I got a backup character. I'm
You're ready to go.
I do not mind, because I have
Um,
It does happen.
I have an exit
War
strategy.
for the road.
So, so for the moment though, he is trying to get his buddy up. He was
Both of
already
us?
focused on that, so that's probably what he would continue doing at this point.
My Daredevil one.
I think we'll roll just to see what damage he does to the Etten.
Well, if it's any, he's awake now.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so you see the Etten start to stir and move his head up and look around, or at least one of his heads up and look around the bar.
Okay.
God damn, that Etten hit you hard, though.
Yeah. I mean, when you auto crit, that's kind of how it works.
Wow, it was that carrion crawler's petrification thing that did it.
Well, yeah, but I'm just
That
saying.
combination's harsh. He only hit me for 30 on his crit. I mean, that's pretty sad. I hit it for 35 on normal round attacks.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You totally moved yourself in the way of
So
the fire.
21 to hit,
By the way,
which obviously, well, or
he always moves in the obvious AOE.
If he gets lit on fire, then he just
12 points of damage to the Etten there.
Yeah,
So how much?
12.
Okay.
And I'll need a con save.
No.
13.
Your hands just melt away.
10.
Nice. So he is now, whatever stunning strike does, incapacitated.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
He's
Can't,
done.
can't do nothing. I don't know if that affords any, probably advantage at least.
Does.
Okay.
Have advantage on you.
If he's stunned, he doesn't. No.
Incapacitated or
Stunned.
Well, yeah, stunned, not incapacitated.
a stunned creature is incapacitated.
Can't
See
take
that
action
condition
reaction.
card.
Action
would it
and
give you-
reaction.
It gives you that tells you to look at another
And you
card.
can't move and you can't take action as a reaction.
It is incapacitated.
Doesn't give advantage or bonuses.
Cool. Creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against a creature have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Especially when you're
So you
rolling
have
3d20,
advantage on all that,
baby.
right?
Yep,
Yeah.
on my
Oh,
next,
no.
next two swings at him.
Okay.
I've taken advantage of shit for thousands of years. I'm so good at it.
For an additional 20.
Regular shit, not so
Points
good
of
at.
damage.
But taking advantage of situations that I've created, that I'm down on.
You done?
Yep, that is all for me.
Morin, you're up.
Bonus action. Healing word on the downed elf.
Okay.
So you get 1d4 plus 3. 5 hit points. And then I'll aim my crossbow at the end and shoot him.
Okay.
And I'll poison the tip of my bolt. Good thing I roll with advantage on this creature, right?
Yep.
All attacks.
Yeah.
That's a 13 to hit.
That's gonna just
Give me a DC 12 con check.
and that's gonna be a 12. 9 plus
9 piercing damage. I did the same damage with and without the poison.
Okay.
And
As a mathematician, you should be aware that numbers just happen.
I know. Probabilities are not my friends. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leap. As I frog jump over here.
Okay. So okay, stunned. What's up with him now? This is our guy that's stunning strike. So what
He
happened?
can't do it.
Yeah, it's till the end of my next turn.
Yeah, so he's stuck, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we move
No
on.
actions,
We move on to
reactions.
Shanirla.
Oh, sweet.
Go grapple him.
I'm gonna
Can you-
shoot him
Okay.
with the Eldritch Bolt.
Okay. With advantage.
Okay, 6.
So does a
Hit with 12.
14 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta roll this again. Didn't crit. $19 damage. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, 8.
Yeah. Frightened. Has disadvantage on attacks. As long as I'm within line of sight.
Okay.
And you said the other was he stirring?
Yep.
He's awake.
He'll be awake on the next turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
But I don't have advantage to hit him, do I?
He's
But I do
prone.
have to hit
He
the
is
carrion.
prone.
So you would have disadvantage on
Yeah. But I do have advantage to hit the carrion crawler. Was it stunned?
No,
It was not stunned.
Oh, okay. I'll shoot the carrion crawler.
no, just the Yeti.
So you're shooting the carrion crawler.
Yeah. 18.
That hits.
Wisdom saving throw.
On plus 116.
That passes.
Okay.
22 damage.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. And
In fact, I'll move back a little bit.
from that strike, though, you notice that the carrion
far?
crawler is quite messed up.
To the wall.
All the way
Yeah.
back.
I'm done.
Okay. First one, you see the second head pop up, looks over in the way of his buddy, and then stands up. He is frightened of what? You?
Shouldn't
Yeah.
Okay.
But he has disadvantage on all,
All attacks.
as long as I'm within sight.
Okay. Not knowing exactly what happened here, he kind of shakes his heads around, looking at the scene. He notices that, let's see, you're conscious now, or are you?
Yeah, I am unconscious.
Okay.
I would be the last thing he remembers coming up and messing with.
Right. I feel like being that you are,
An easy target? Yeah.
yeah, being that you are closest, he's probably going to move up.
Welcome. Hope you're having a good night.
18.
disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. You're right. Oh, yeah. So, no. And as a matter of fact.
He's prone. It
Wow.
cancels that.
Oh, yeah. So it cancels that out. So the
Well,
one
the
roll would've
18
worked.
still
So the
would.
18 would have stood.
Still
So-
not.
Yeah, I don't think that hits, though, right?
18?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, I thought you had a 19 AC now.
I haven't been able to say
Oh,
anything.
yeah, that's what he.
Oh.
Whenever I do an unarmed attack, my AC goes up.
Okay, gotcha.
I've got excellent defensive maneuvers.
Yes.
9 points.
Okay.
And
And back down.
unless it's piercing damage.
It'll be back down.
Oh yeah.
That's
damage.
4.
Slashing
That would
damage.
be 4 damage. You would get at 1.
Oh,
So slashing damage. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. That's good.
Malchus.
At least you're refreshed on your death saving throws.
Yeah.
Alright.
Almost.
He's just like, maybe I'll die.
Almost.
It happens.
I mean, you don't dislike this character.
No, I don't. I love this character.
Yeah.
But
Dying
I-
happens.
But you're like,
Yeah.
hey, this is kind of exciting.
I'm
Okay.
fine with it.
Okay.
I have a complete idea for the narrative of his exit if he does. So.
Okay. Keebler.
We need a new character. Quick. Put a silver in a scud machine.
Con save.
Con save. Who are you hit? You're, well, what's that?
Oh,
We have the carrion crawler and
Two
at the
enemies.
essence. Yeah. So who are we hitting?
the green one.
Okay.
It's not level.
Got it. Making a con save is going to be 13.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry. What happened to my sheet? Okay.
It's some
Oh,
pretty
okay.
cool psychic shit. They
8
can
plus 3
fly.
plus wisdom.
It fails.
Not like weird stuff.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
fails.
Nothing. You do whatever you're gonna do.
8
8.
cold damage.
Yep. What he said.
8 cold damage.
And already has disadvantage on its attack. So.
And my little fire dude.
Double disadvantage.
You can move him between those two admins and burn both of them.
From behind, you might even be able to get the carrion crawlers back in the
I
back.
think you can get 30 pretty much right here.
And they'd be flying.
Yeah.
So.
So it wouldn't hit the guy on the ground.
Right? What is it? 5 foot or 10 foot? It's 5 foot.
It's
right?
10 feet.
10
Oh,
feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
You could get. I don't think that's too far.
You could probably just get the 2 engines.
Okay.
So I need a
I
what?
can get all 3.
It's a dex save.
Yeah, I think maybe you could. Honestly, I think you probably could.
I
Yeah,
can't.
that's
I mean,
it.
they're
3.
2 squares away.
Yeah. Well, if it's right here, it's 5'10".
Yeah, I need.
Yeah.
I need a dex save for everyone that's affected by that.
Okay, well, that's going to be all 3 of them. First Etten that just woke up is going to be, what is it? Concept?
Dex.
Dex.
Okay, it's going to be 16. Second,
Yeah, no, it that passes.
okay. Second Etten is going to be a 14.
I'm gonna pass this.
The carrion crawler, however, is going to be a. Hold on, I got stat blocks everywhere. 8.
Oh,
Misses.
misses. So that's 9. Fire.
Nice.
Half on those who passes.
Yeah.
Describe your killing blow on the carrion
Don't do
crawler
that.
and the Etten.
Just say they catch on fire and burn.
Yeah,
to
they
sand.
catch on fire.
Okay. You start to see this one cinder and smoke as it just bubbles up and bursts. And then the Etten drops over dead.
One head catches fire, the other just punches it out, and then she just dies because of self-inflicted wounds.
So we still have one up, right?
Yeah.
But I
Yep.
still have an
I like
attack
that.
with the fire thing. Right.
Yep, you haven't
Yep.
used your.
I have
Bonus
You,
action.
you can use the little.
You did a bonus action to
The
move it
flame
and a
slap.
bonus action to it.
But I think it's
It's a
her
bonus
bonus,
action
her
to
bonus
command.
action to move it.
Yeah.
Command.
Well,
Command.
yes. To command
And it moves on its own.
You command it.
It's a
You tell
separate-
it what
yeah,
to
it's a
do.
separate
Oh,
bonus
move there and
for-
fire.
Yeah.
Right, right.
There we go.
So,
I have
yeah.
an attack.
So use your little, you can use your little fire slap from there.
Yeah, my fire seed.
fire seed.
Oh.
It's a 15 on the
15.
die. It hits.
Yep.
15 hits.
That's 1d. 5. Oh, plus 3.
8.
So 8.
Now, what's the deal with it bumping up its damage when you do a fire attack?
I don't know. It says
If she does fire damage, she gets a bonus.
proficiency bonus, which is plus 3.
No. It's
What?
second.
No, that's what it said on my deck.
No. We're talking about your bond
Oh,
thing.
no. Okay, yeah, you're.
So when the spirit is summoned and
It's gonna
Keebler
be.
does the fire damage roll, she can add an
no,
extra
he's
D8
dead.
damage.
It's gonna be Lavar.
All right.
What?
Okay. You're bound whenever you cast
Oh,
a spell
yeah,
that
yeah,
does
yeah.
fire
Okay,
damage
I got you. Yeah.
or restore hit
Yeah, but
points,
I haven't done that.
you can roll an extra D8.
So if you had a
Yeah.
cantrip that did fire damage,
Yeah, I can
Yep.
roll an extra d8. But I haven't done that yet.
yeah.
I didn't know that's what you were talking about.
Wildfire.
Yeah.
Get a character to tell you all the list for you.
Yeah.
Are you blowing key points?
No.
Okay. Oh, these are just your first.
Do you remember
ones,
that blue sapphire dragon?
First 3.
Yeah.
Waterdeep?
Yeah.
It's
That one?
I think my
27
secondary
points of
character
damage.
can make a gem dragonborn.
And that
It's
is
a
all.
paladin that serves it.
All right.
She's her patron
Morin
is Black Razor, which you saved from.
And actually, let's see. I think the only guy left is that guy now.
Is it my turn?
Yes,
Your
sir.
turn.
Get him.
Yeah.
Froggy. Make it froggy.
He's down
Who
again.
knocked me over?
Bonus action. Healing word.
God damn it, he's down again.
You hear a very booming
knocked
voice
me
that says, "Get up!"
What?
And then you're
Who knocked
healed
me over?
for 6 hit points.
Oh, no.
Okay. I aim my poisoned dart crossbow at the Etten and I fire. Is it? I don't get advantage on my shots in this guy, right?
Not on this guy.
No.
Okay.
He isn't affected by
I
anything.
hit. Give me a DC 12 con check.
That's gonna fail.
Oh.
7.
Extra poison damage. So 4 poison plus 8 piercing, 12 damage total.
Okay.
Chunk. And then I'm gonna take 10 feet of movement and leap.
Leaping up to Alpus.
Yep.
And Cinderella is gonna be up next.
And I'm gonna prepare to hand you a
I'm glad I fixed those cameras though. They were looking
I've got those. My dread form's gonna wear off after this.
Okay.
End of this round.
last spell used. For the...
Oh, cool! I critted.
There you go.
Nice.
So that
About time.
10, that 9, and that 2.
21.
So the one attack does 8. 21.
Okay.
And the second attack does
The one that critted?
12, 22, 31, 37. 2 wisdom checks, please.
59.
Failed the first.
Good. No, you're frightened then. That's
Yeah.
good.
There you go. Okay. Okay.
I still have the shroud around me.
One of the heads, as you attack it, one of the heads, like, just like shoots over, looking at you, and then immediately turns away as if in fear. You did a ton of damage to it, and it turns to attack you.
Disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. Wait, is it disadvantage on him?
Any attack
attack on
that's
any
in
of
line
that.
of sight of.
When he's
Right, well, he's
There
in
you
line
go.
of sight. Okay.
he's over there now.
He's
back to be
11 plus 7, 18.
See your character.
18.
Does that fear effect end as your form ends?
That's a better question.
He said after the... Oh, I don't know about the fear effect. After you lose your form.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
12 points of damage. That's Edna's turn. Malchus's turn.
My turn. We'll stand up. Bonus action.
Yeah, he's back up!
Disengage. Over here. Burn a key point for that. And
I see that.
yeah. So again, you guys see my eyes go kind of dark, except for this time they hinge with a bit of green as a green bolt comes out of me and strikes the Etten. He makes a dex save.
Okay.
18 this year.
I got to use Sirenscape sound. That was the old huzzah when you came back alive.
Nice.
Okay, the dex save failed.
Sweet.
That was a 5.
It's a lot of 4s and 5s.
Minus 6s and 4s.
I guess it
Or 6s.
doesn't give you
10, 20, 30.
You're close.
Oh,
Just
40.
as
Oh, yeah, you got him.
44,
target is
84 damage.
until
Really?
the end of my next.
Yes.
You kill him.
So it's so even if
Sweet. So as you guys see this green ray come out of my hands and strike into the Etten, it turns to ash and disintegrates into nothingness.
wow.
second.
And
Since when do you cast spells?
don't.
Wow.
Not cast it.
Yeah, he's not casting the spells.
It's a key.
Yeah. Then I like to think.
Now.
Yeah. Then I like to think that I collapse momentarily in a bit of tiredness and confusion.
I'm not raising you a third time. I'm sorry.
I will.
I'm good.
I will.
I'm not down. I'm just
I know.
exhausted.
Just
from
having a
the
seizure.
I'm just having a major seizure.
effort. Leave me alone.
No, that's a demon. I know demons. It's not a seizure. It's a fucking seizure. Stop it. What are you?
Holding my
Super,
pendant.
super nice.
The power
Goes
of
into the,
Ghost blood.
the power
try the
of
cocaine about it.
compels you.
Yeah.
Wow, great job, guys. That was tough for Malcolmus there.
Nah, he was always gonna make it.
That's cool.
We need a long
Um,
rest. Short rest.
Long rest.
I could use a
Short
long
rest.
rest.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Short rest.
Okay.
I need my spell slots back.
Before we do that, I'm gonna second hand and then start burning through all my
Nice.
get done.
Okay.
This place looks defensible.
What do you got on your map there? I think is there an entry or
There's just the one. Well, I mean, there's a door. Possibly. Yeah, and then this whole thing.
yeah? So you have like a let's say that's like a 10-foot wide entrance where you came in.
So let's just have the.
So I mean, it's not like
Let's have the fire thing. Take all the molten lead out. Fill up the hole.
okay.
Let that slag shut, and then have the fire thing reopen the door.
You're thinking too complicated here.
Not complicated. That's
No,
slag
the
hole.
Etten bodies.
We take those Etten bodies,
Got all
we
the
pile
head
them up, and that makes a natural wall. If
the
anyone's
heads off.
anyone walks by, the Ettins are just sleeping on top of one another. It's fine. They're full of holes and gore and stab wounds, but you know, no one will notice.
I'll put a note on the outside of the bodies too when we stack them up on the door. We will also kill you. That's such an undercommon.
There you go.
Yeah. We did also murder everything on the way up here. We have that whole other room with another end body in it and
Yeah.
a bunch of goblins. We could make mini postings of things.
So probably what we'll do. You guys are making what short rest?
we have a bunch of javelins.
Long rest.
Long rest. Okay, so during the night, you guys will. First of all, who's going to be on watch?
I don't need to sleep.
Okay. So why don't you
Yeah, that's
will
right.
make one of the
I mean,
D12 rolls.
I'm beyond time and space. I'm aligned with fate.
Okay. Cool. Who wants to take the last watch of the evening on your rest?
I'll take the last one.
Okay. 1d12.
Come on, 12.
One.
Okay.
Did one.
So, the night passes fairly uneventfully. You guys are able to get a long rest in. Good job.
Excellent.
Woo!
Sweet. So
I get my 3 hit points back.
Shadera, since you're the only other individual who does not sleep, probably see me on my during the watch, meditating, staring into you. Do not see what I am staring into the pouch. See that I'm staring into the pouch.
Pretty sure that's the eye.
Who knows?
I went into the bag. As far as you know, in the bag.
Don't metagame it.
Oh, Chris forgot whatever fucking you put it into.
I think that would be more.
I threw it. You guys all
using-
saw me throw it into the bag of holding.
Sure. But it feels less like metagaming and more like, well, his eyes just turned weird colors and now he's staring into a pouch.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can make that.
I think it's safe to assume
Arcana check.
he might be
Arcana
staring
check.
at the eye in the pouch.
You tell me
I don't
in what frame of reference you would like me to understand it.
Okay.
What I think's going on.
Okay.
16.
Okay. You sense from your friend a bit of almost a dark magic that is
Jim?
No, my other character.
I would say almost encircling him.
Good, it's not me.
Yeah.
Hi, chaotic evil. Let's move on with our day.
But you guys get through the long rest. What else are we doing in this room while we're here?
Oh, nice.
Go ahead,
It's
Mark.
some sort of fort.
It's a fort. Yeah.
Okay. Is there enough equipment here, and could I try and repair my hammer that was damaged by a gray goose?
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to put it on the anvil and start whacking away.
Yeah.
The anvil is perpetually hot, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's almost like anything that you put on it, any metal that touches that, almost turns to molten, like
All right.
so that it can be hammered.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a good couple whacks, try and get it back into shape after its encounter with
Okay.
bad things. Try and get that -1 penalty off of it.
As he's working it, I'll yell Thor and hit it with shocking grasp.
Okay. And hit the hammer with shooting grass. Okay, go ahead. And why don't you give me percentals?
I like to sit around and kibitz.
If my hammer explodes,
Because I believe in your god. Your god's nice.
Well,
It booms stuff and makes it die. My god just curses you.
I can
got
imagine
some
two
back.
ways this percent happens.
I think that
I'm 90 something.
44. That's a good number. I like it.
44.
Yeah.
So,
Give me a second.
where are your d4s?
4T. Not 4D4s. I know it's close, but no dice.
I'm only going to read those opposite of each other.
I
Just
know.
so you know.
I know.
5% chance for Vecna to rip my soul out.
Nice.
Here are my 40.
Were you trying to have that happen?
Here are my 40.
No, but if it happens, then it happens.
Oh.
And what is it?
Did you have to roll
Set
percentals?
number?
Yeah, so every time I use a charge out of the Eye of Vecna, there's a 5% chance that Vecna rips
So that was
my soul
actually
out.
one charge that was used?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it wasn't one charge. No, there's 4 charges to cast Disintegrate. It's 4 charges to cast Eye Bite.
Okay.
So it's out of charges. Well, not a very long rest.
Rest. Sweet. Do it again.
Yep.
Disintegrate the corpse. That was cool. Do it again.
But every time I use the Eye to cast a spell, there's a 5% chance that Vecna rips my soul out and I become an NPC. Sweet.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
And
think
then we get to fight Vecna
yeah.
in your body?
Yep. I think that's my plan. If
Sweet.
if that happens, I'm gonna turn on the party and fight them till they can.
Nice. Well, at least then we won't have to go look for the hand because it'll just be on you now.
Don't become Vecna. That is a fight that
Yeah, no, I mean,
yeah.
I am level 6 now.
At most, it's going to be 5 level 6 against the demigod.
We're pretty up. Level 6 against the god. You're right. You've got him on that.
We're pretty smart. We're pretty smart. I bet we can outthink him.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I didn't mean Vecna. I meant Josh.
Yeah, okay.
Say that's what that council of archmages thought too. They were like,
Yeah.
that guy's never gonna amount to anything.
And you're all dead.
I love liches. They're so fun to make up backstories too, and they're just fucking cool. Because a lot of them start out with such good intentions.
What was the actual spell you cast?
Real the hell
Shocking
with pain.
grasp.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a cantrip that
So you,
has a
so
lightning
you
effect.
touched the blade as he was doing it?
Well, the hammer.
With the hammer? Okay.
I'm just imbuing it with some lightning power. Because I'm
Maybe.
So you're whacking away on your hammer to fix it. You see Shanairla walk up. Shanairla walks up and touches, basically, we're going to say touches the unheated portion of the hammer where you're not striking. And when that happens, a lightning bolt comes off, hits both of you.
Ow. You
each take 6 points of damage from the lightning bolt as you are knocked back 10 feet each.
Sweet.
The
Chaotic evil.
however,
Chaotic evil.
your weapon,
Do we need to take another long rest, huh? Gentlemen.
your weapon now, if used prone,
Yeah.
will transform into a bolt of lightning.
Ooh.
Each target in a straight line ahead of it would take 48 lightning damage on a successful hit. Half as much on a.
Straight line, how far?
We're gonna
Are we
say
making a javelin of lightning in hammer form?
kind of.
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
So like 60 feet?
I'm kind of mixing this up a little bit. Let's see. Let's say.
Like a usual dwarven thrower is like 20 for normal and 60 max range.
So I have a magical hammer.
50 feet. We'll go half as much as the stroke of lightning one.
Hey, if you need a priest to help you get closer to Thor.
Shut up.
Thor really likes me.
Try a little faith.
Well, if you ever feel like you're far from Brasheba, I'm here to.
Fuck that. I do want to be far from her. Fuck that. Fuck her.
I'm more than happy to give you some bad luck.
What?
Okay, so
You understand how this works.
Confused.
so if you
Frog brain is overwhelmed.
you make the attack roll as normal. Target takes 48 lightning damage on a hit or half as much damage on a miss instead of the weapon's normal damage. So whether you hit or miss, each creature within 10 feet of the target must make a dex save. And each of those creatures takes 2d8 lightning damage on a failed save.
Okay, so line is 48 damage on dex saves, right?
Yes.
That's my spellcasting ability, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
But whether you hit or miss, each creature within 10 feet of the target creature
Right.
makes a new save or takes 2d8 or half as much on a successful.
How much does the target creature take on when I hit them?
48
48.
or half on a successful save.
Okay. No, hang on. So I throw 50. So it's a 50-foot line up to.
Yep.
Everything on the way there is 48 dex save.
Right.
What's my damage on hit on the target?
The target 48.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think the target's included in the line.
It doesn't take the
It
damage
does,
from
yeah,
the hammer and then the lightning damage. It just takes the lightning damage.
It would take the lightning damage if it's thrown.
And then there's another dex save 10 feet from the target.
10 feet from the target, they would take 2d8.
Regardless of hit or miss.
Regardless of hit or miss, but they would have to roll a save, so they take 2d8 or half that much.
All right.
But that's only if the hammer is thrown.
How many times a day can I do this?
Every time you throw the hammer.
All the time. I mean, other than that, it doesn't return to your hand yet.
Yeah.
That was my second question.
No.
For now, we're gonna say every time you throw the hammer. I may adjust that later on. We'll see.
All right.
Again, it
mean,
not
maybe-
coming back is the big thing.
Right.
Because he still has to go get it. If it just came back, then yeah, throw the hammer every time. And just,
Right.
I jump over here, throw my hammer.
Right.
And all that's lightning damage?
Yep.
So every time I throw my hammer, everything that takes damage just flies 10 feet out of the path of the hammer. It's fantastic. It's so great. I love it. Thank you. All right. But the hammer doesn't have return yet.
I basically used the spell. I modified the spell Lightning Arrow.
Okay.
Nice. That was a cool effect. Thank you.
Fun stuff.
Thor is happy with me. It's granting me more powers.
Thor's happy with you.
Oh, God. I can throw my hammer, and because this is lightning damage, I can just say Destructive Wrath and just do max damage on all that.
Wow.
And everything flies 10 feet
Nice.
away from me. Oh,
If I buy that thing on my
you smell that? You smell that's the cheese coming from my character. I'm gonna cheese everything.
If I bought that thing on my Eldritch Blast,
I thought
after
it
you
was
push him
outside.
back 10, I could hit him and push him back another 10.
How did you say cheese in French?
Fromage.
I know. I was getting back to earlier when we said the fromage.
Yeah.
Is that a magical item do I need to attune to?
You're gonna have to attune to. Although I would assume that this is probably going to be within the next day. I would think by half the next session you'd be ready to use it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm full of magical items.
Nice.
When I hit with my normal hammer, does that count as magical damage?
You want something?
When I do
I'm
something,
going to say yes because the item is bad.
It's just more fun to give him shit about it.
oh,
He's like, no, you totally.
all right.
You totally have stuff. I'm like, I don't.
So after that happens,
No, you did.
I'm going to go off into a small corner around the side there,
Okay.
and I'm going to make a little altar to the god Strongmouse,
Okay.
thanking it for answering this poorly misguided frog's
I'm wearing.
attempt of understanding
It
its
doesn't do anything.
what it
Or
gives to
nothing for
life.
you.
Yeah, not too.
Strongmouse is a giant deity of the sun, sky, weather, seas, and joy. It has storm as its thing. It's from Forgotten Realms.
Okay.
I'll leave a little offering there to it.
What are you offering?
How about those gems that I pulled from the eyes of that Minotaur?
Okay.
And I'll kind of tie up in my prayer the fact that the Minotaur was trapped in a maze that it didn't understand, and it still learned how to see, and then maybe Stormmouse will find a way into this frog's heart in that same manner and let him see.
Okay.
Are you trying to convert me from Thor to
No, you're actually worshiping Stormmouse. You just think it's
You just think it's doors.
So can I ask how my staff is coming along?
Yeah, so-
that was an aside that you don't know about.
You haven't been feeding it blood like you should.
So first of all, why don't you give me percentiles so that we can see where the growth is at.
1.
It's right there.
Where?
This one.
There's his personality.
What's normally depicted smiling with a
Contacts are so bad right now.
I totally see him working on you.
14.
14.
Yep. It's a little bit bigger than last time.
Okay.
As the little group character or whatever just kind of dances around as you pull it out of your
As you don't
backpack.
watch it.
Yeah. Huh?
I said, as you don't watch it,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
you turn and
Yeah, you pull it out of the backpack to take a look at how the growth is going, and it's just kind of dancing in there. It does look a little bit bigger. Appears to be, you kind of strapped that, I'm assuming the other, the staff to your back or something. And as you pull it out of the backpack, you notice that the thing kind of is dancing, and it gets happier as it looks at the quarterstaff.
Okay.
Okay.
Aww.
it's got a crush.
Anybody else?
My little Groot is happy.
Got a little prog rock? Lovely.
My hand is
Anybody else doing anything in this room?
Did we go through all the,
I mean, search the bodies and stuff.
Okay.
the room and stuff like that?
So let's get a little more detail on the statue and stuff while we're in here.
Statue.
He's thinking about the other room, not this one.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, we got to do both, right?
life size
And
robot.
bodies.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. No, we came into we're in 39C, aren't we? Is that the one we're in? 39C?
Well, we're gonna do both.
We're in 39D.
D. Okay, yeah, we're in 39D.
We're gonna
Drop
do
the D on us.
Josh. We'll do.
Yeah.
We're gonna do both. So we'll might
Okay,
as well
so
just
let's start
do
here.
whatever you want.
Okay, so let's start here. What?
Hans says hello.
Hello, Hans. How's it going, man? I love your stuff. I will keep checking you out. I love Hans. Hans is awesome, man. Can you shout him out? He's
I'm
awesome.
working on it.
Love the fact that he did a one shot with his wife the other day. That was super cool. He just did a one shot with his wife. And they just sat down and did he's got one-on-one D&D.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he kind of puts that together with other things that he's doing.
Oh, fun.
You know, so
Right on.
they kind of connect. And,
I'll totally check that out.
Yeah, it's great.
Hi, Hans.
Hans loves
definitely have
D&D.
to
Make sure you
check
check
that
him out.
Cool.
But he does great voices too. He's better than I am.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, what?
Said high bar.
Whatever. All my voices are the same. Shut your mouth.
There's no sarcasm in that.
Impeccable.
Yeah, Green Grass
No,
is
it was-
impeccable.
It's not Green God, it's the other dude.
Well, there's no.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
Green Gods
okay,
too.
you're
I mean,
Green
there's a
God.
little green god in everybody.
Durnan's good.
Durnan, that's it.
Good.
Durnan.
Not Durnan.
Yeah.
Also good.
Welcome to the Outer Portal.
Wow. Violent.
I thought I was there.
Yeah, you thought you were there. Durnan's right here.
Shorn and not shorn.
Let's see here. As you look around this room, you see brands on the Ettins, foreheads. It looks like they probably served Xanathar.
Oh, you got a follower?
Oh, thank you for the
And
follow.
he has you hosted.
Oh, super.
Awesome.
Who's hosting? HLD producer. Okay. Oh, thank you, Hans. Appreciate the host. Appreciate that. And I'll
Too
make
bad
sure
it's
to
almost
return
the
the
end of the session.
I know. It always goes like that. So you see brands on the Ettins, foreheads signifying their servitude to Xanathar.
I copy that down on a piece of paper.
Okay. As you are looking around the back part of the forge, we're going to say up in this area, where the fires are hot, or it doesn't appear to be fire. Like I said, it's just glowing red. There's no actual fire there. You find 2 large sacks. One sack contains 1,400 copper pieces. And 350 silver pieces. The other looks like it was probably used for forging, as it contains 120 iron ingots, worth 5 silver each. Each ingot weighs 1 pound, so it's going to be quite heavy, and is stamped with a hammer on one side and an anvil on the other. Moving backwards. So we were in 39C or 39D.
Just
so-
now was D.
Okay, let's go backwards.
Z is
39.
the kind of longish.
The long hallway
with the
going down.
3 entries.
No, where we killed the 2 goblins battling over a
statue.
sandwich.
Yep. So as you go through looking at
The statue's 39.
Oh, yeah.
so as you go through looking at the goblins that you guys, well, he basically murdered on the way through.
Yeah.
You
The sandwich
find-
is still there.
You find a small skull. I know you like to collect things. A small skull in the pouch of one of the goblins. It appears to be humanoid. But it is very tiny, almost as if it would have been like a baby or a small child. All right, have a good night. Be safe.
Good choices.
Or don't. Okay, so
Learn from your experience.
probably won't. No.
Don't
yeah.
do the stuff that hurts you again.
Cheap.
So you find the skull, and you find like probably a scattered amount of silver. Just roll percentals and put that down in silver.
1,000.
Yeah, not much in there.
100.
I mean, if you roll 100, awesome.
50.
Okay, so 50 silver on the 2 goblins. Now which way are we going? Where are we at now?
We're dealing with the dwarven statue.
Yeah.
So we're at
Back
39.
to the dwarven.
I just
A,
need letters on the. Okay, A. Okay.
I'm gonna put
Okay.
a note by that sandwich that's by the 2 goblin bodies.
So now you're back into the Dwarf King statue, right?
5
Yep.
of this and you will die.
Consequences
Okay.
of the same.
So again, taking a look at this Dwarf King statue, it's on a 3-foot-high stone pedestal. Sprouting from the king's neck is a deformed, mostly featureless second head, maybe symbolizing the Ettins that you fought, with an elongated, toothless mouth. And I like to think of this as like elongated out or stretched, as if it's been molded or maybe morphed, kind of like.
Or was a regular head and then heated and stretched?
Does it look like it's been put on after the statue was made?
Probably. Yep. But I kind of want to make it appear as if it's like what's the movie I'm thinking of? What's the movie I'm thinking of?
The thing.
The Thing. Yeah. So the Thing, as it's like stretched out from the side of this other carved out part. It has a toothless mouth on that side. The inscriptions on the pedestal have been worn away as you attempt to read them. On the king's brow rests an engraved stone circlet, and his large hands grasp the handle of a stone warhammer, the head of which is planted at his feet. I think we went through that part. Let's see.
History?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a perception.
Well, the history, I got a 26.
Okay.
Perception, I got 15.
Okay, and that is right on the DC.
Awesome.
Lucky.
You notice that the warhammer, the king's warhammer, is a separate piece of stone that can be rotated.
Rotate that.
Froggy.
Yes.
Put your mitts on this rock. Why am I talking like this?
Great gods and everybody.
This place.
I touched the hammer.
Okay.
What do you want me to do with this?
Could you rotate that?
I tried to turn it over.
I'll step back as he's activating the trap.
Yep. So as you rotate it, you notice that it's starting to turn so that the weapon's backside faces forward.
Ooh.
The pedestal rises out of the ground another 3 feet, revealing an open cavity that contains a circlet identical to the one worn by the statue,
It's mine now.
but fashioned from gold rather than
Step forward.
I grabbed the circlet.
Okay.
What's a circlet?
It's just like a little
thing you wear.
yeah, a little
Crown
crown
wear
wear
a lot.
around the kind of around the head.
Okay.
Do you ask what it is?
Band.
Yeah.
Do you ask what it is out loud?
What's the circlet?
I'm not sure. I, Alexander, don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But he's just gonna grab it.
Okay.
More just gonna grab it.
Like a tiara.
It's mine now.
May,
right.
may I?
You can look at it. I'll keep holding.
You'll keep hold of it.
That's a good idea.
Arcana?
Okay.
I'll have Cade cast
11.
identify.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you detect magic coming off of this item.
Okay.
Out of magical attunement. Yeah. We'll toss that into the bag of holding. We can sell it later.
Or we can find out what it is and maybe one of us can use it.
Yeah.
I'll straight put it on.
That'll help us get
I
more
don't
magic.
care about
items.
traps, curses.
I also would put it on because I like things that signify royalty because I'm a noble.
That signifies royalty.
So you're
Circle?
gonna
Yeah.
put it on?
I don't know.
I would.
I'll let the monk try first.
Okay.
Why not?
I'll put it on.
I like the
What
idea of the
happens?
drow trying it and see if it when it melts her right now.
Yeah. It's imbued with
Do you have any magic items yet?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I'm giving it.
Okay. That makes sense.
other
I
than
bought mine
potions.
before we left.
Trying to give my robe.
magical
Let me get the
potion.
actual description real quick here,
Feeling my robes.
so I can see exactly what it's doing.
The circlet of all ion stones.
No.
Okay.
I love that idea for like a legendary item.
Yes.
It like raises your maximum.
And
As you,
and it sits there just rotating above your head like a halo.
There'd be so many ions. Down.
So much stuff. I cast a spell at you. No.
Lorena, welcome to the stream. As you put this circlet on, you feel an intense heat rising up in you.
And you burn alive.
Circlet of self-immolation.
Self-immolation.
Yeah, like the one monk that lit himself on fire in protest.
Yeah. Maybe we should.
No, just one. Just one ever did that.
I don't know how many. I just know
Oh,
the
those
ones
hundreds.
going. Oh, I'm sure.
Because we're getting ready to end soon. I'm just going to give this to you so that you know exactly what's going on.
For sure. We'll identify it properly.
Right. You can use an action to cast the Scorching Ray spell with it.
Ooh.
When you make the spell's attacks, you do so with an attack bonus of +5. However, it can't be used again this way until the next dawn.
Right on. Cool.
Cool. So you now have the ability to cast Scorching Ray at +5.
Nice.
You have that too?
Well, she has the
I have
spell
the Scorching
Well, you
Ray.
have Scorching Ray.
Yeah, I don't have the +5.
Yeah, you don't have the +5.
Your plus is probably higher.
Yeah, it might. Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on in here.
So hang on. Does that mean the entire party can cast spells now?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, he might lose his soul, but he can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I mean, he almost
He also
died.
gets to cast way stronger spells.
Wait, worth it?
I mean, he used the Eye of Vecna and almost died.
Yeah.
He did.
Like,
Yeah, but-
twice.
And he
I'm
almost
pretty sure it
died.
came up and
yeah.
went right back down again, right?
Yeah, because
Yes,
he was just like
but-
he's down again.
Well, no.
Those two things were not. There's no causality that he used the Eye of Vecna. That isn't what got him almost killed.
By the way,
He didn't lose any hit points from using the thing. That was purely.
Yeah, no, I get it. But I mean, but the way that it played out.
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like it was.
Yeah.
There is a ritual spell called I Get Back Up Again. And it removes the prone condition. Even if you're unconscious, you stand back up.
Nice.
Wow.
Where is this from? Homebrew thing?
Yeah, it's a homebrew. It's making fun of Tub Thumper.
Oh. Got it.
I get knocked down.
It's called But I
But I get up again.
That reminds me of that my stupid character from Dark Heresy.
Let's see. So that
Get
is
up with a free action.
39. Are we back in that original room then?
Yes.
39A. Yep.
Okay, so here
Did we get everything from there?
I think.
I mean, there's
We
probably.
found the secret door underneath there, found the magic item. I think that one's sellable.
Can I see your version of the map?
I mean, I guess we could dip over to 39B really quick because it's right there.
Was the
I need-
battle axe, was that magical?
No,
The one
that's
from the
just-
Minotaur place? No.
Okay. So in this area, though, you are going to see an entryway leading out and down many flights of stairs, or could be many flights of stairs. It goes down quite a ways, although it is not lit. You read in, I'm going to say, abyssal,
Okay.
sketched on the wall above the opening, down to level 2.
All right.
Excuse me.
And I think at that point, I think we're gonna.
I'll recommend to the group
Yeah.
that we go up to Waterdeep again.
Can we?
Oh wait, yeah.
Wow.
You've taken that out as a thing.
At least at the moment, it is.
Right.
As far as we
Never
know.
mind. Yeah. Never mind.
Or I mean, you can just go through it. You don't know if you'll get sliced and diced and spaghettified.
Yeah. Maybe you roll
You just saw it
percentiles.
happen to someone else.
Yeah. Roll percentiles. Give me a 2% range.
But yeah. So.
Oh, that was cute, little ghost.
Oh, that's way more comfortable now.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Dave. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He
You.
said your setup looks amazeballs.
Oh. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Is that
That's
Dave Rosser?
so nice.
No.
No, that's no. He's already in here, but he's a different name.
You got a new chat.
Yeah, so thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for coming in and checking out the D&D. Unfortunately, we are wow, just getting a
Another
ton of
follow.
follows. I'm just not going to end the stream yet. Star 1015.
so level two.
Thank you very much. So we're going to round 2. We're playing till 3 now. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's go buy some more Monster Energy drink. We'll be right back.
Well, it's
Yeah.
all I'm sure thanks to Hans because
Yeah, thank you very much, Hans. Well, some of that is definitely because he's hosting,
Yeah.
so I appreciate that, Hans. That helps out so much, and I appreciate your support.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
and the players do too, I'm sure, because you know what, we do this every week, and we just we try to entertain in some ways and give up a little bit of D&D vibes to everybody, so, just like you.
Oh, I broke the pan off.
Oh,
Did you really?
you broke a pan.
Oh
Damn
no!
Damn pan. I'm telling you, those pans are super.
There I am dancing around, trying to be funny,
Yeah,
and then something
and then
gets
you
broke.
and then you broke.
Then
the,
I
Like
break
that.
shit.
then you broke the pan.
Where'd that little hand go, Josh? That fell off of there. Where'd that hand go?
Wait, what hand?
The little hand.
The crawly, the creed cop, the
Wait,
creed.
we still haven't done that
yeah,
either.
I don't know the hand.
I am just bad luck.
It's
Reprint it.
Mashaba.
You can reprint them.
Yeah, I can always reprint it. Actually, I can just glue that.
You could easily glue this back on.
Yeah, I did already once before, so that's probably why it broke.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna redo Shaba Shaba.
Shabba shabba.
I'm gonna redo a song, and I'll turn it into Shaba.
Nice.
Shaba Ranks.
Mr. Lava Lava.
Did we level up?
You do not. You are still level
Action
6.
Pass Scorching Ray. And +5.
That's not cool.
That's right. Mr. Lava Lava.
All of us can.
So,
Way cooler, but you might lose yours.
I think that's where we're going to end tonight. We generally end at midnight Central Time. We run from 8 to midnight Central Time every Thursday night. Next week is Thanksgiving.
Yep.
We will not be running next week. We'll be here. We will not be running next week. I actually work till 7, so I'll be stuck there doing.
Enjoy your
pies all day.
turkey.
Which means until like 9.
Yeah, probably. It'll be a sucky ass.
Because people enjoy going out to eat on holidays.
Yeah.
Why should we get to scare them?
Light of
Yeah,
power,
we don't need to see our
I
family.
curse thee.
Maybe we'll come out there and we can play D&D out.
We'll play D&D out there. I already do with the
Hey,
bus.
I will be out that way anyway, so yeah, let's do it.
Bring your phone.
Yeah.
Bring my phone.
Yeah, we'll just.
Or we're gonna
We'll lock
stream it.
Yeah,
We're
we'll
gonna stream
lock,
it from work.
yeah, we'll lock the store up.
Oh yeah,
Just
7
do it from
o'clock.
there.
Do it from there. Interesting.
Get it going by 8.
I don't know.
I think we should do a turkey death match. We do that. We all get a different type of turkey, and we all
We'll talk about it.
Dibs on frozen.
get knives and try to kill each other and eat each other.
Do we do the stream from the restaurant on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be.
All turkey.
I think a lot of people are going to be with family and stuff anyway. So
Yeah, but then those people should watch too.
everybody should
We'll
watch.
spread the brand.
So
Grandma,
as we do every
you like
week,
D&D, right?
I just want to thank you guys for the support and for coming into the stream tonight and checking us out. Again, we will be here the following week. Tomorrow afternoon, I don't know what's going on with New World, but they sent me some stuff saying that they were going to go ahead and do some drops for New World. And then they canceled that, said they weren't going to do the drops because they wanted it to coincide with the new Gauntlet release.
That came out today.
Right. Well, I don't understand what happened there. So I'll double check that, but I may be doing a New World stream tomorrow with drops in it. So we'll see if those drops are enabled tomorrow.
Thank you.
There'd be a new Fisher set. I think it is the Fisher set
Yeah, and Void Gauntlets.
and Void Gauntlet. Yeah.
Yep.
So we will check that out. And if I'm not doing that, then maybe I'm doing a stream tomorrow with all the 3D printing that I'm doing, and
Some minis.
Neat.
making some minis on stream or something like that.
I'm gonna pick up the Bone Claw paint night kit tomorrow.
Sweet.
Awesome.
It's one of the D&D ones, yeah.
You know what you should do tomorrow? Another one-chip challenge.
Another one chip challenge.
Yeah. 2-chip challenge.
Yeah, you already done
No,
it.
there was a 5-chip
Yo,
challenge.
there was one with the nachos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
It was nachos. It was 5.
I'm not tuning
Five
in until it's a
chips.
chip up
So
or
this
down.
dude did five of the one chips, right? Like I did, but he did 5 of them, and then he used was it ghost pepper?
It was ghost pepper, like
Cheese?
cheese. And then
Ghost
he
pepper
put,
cheese, and then he had
what was it on top? A sausage.
oh yes, it was that was Carolina Reaper sausage, I believe.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on top of the
Sounds
cheese,
delicious.
and then he ate all of that at once.
Separately from each other.
And
He survived?
Yeah,
he survived. I'm pretty sure he survived.
Even
But,
the sausage and the cheese.
I mean, I'm just gonna say
David Chang was on Hot
football in
Ones.
here, but he was probably
Yeah.
shitting fire for 3 days.
David Chang was on Hot Ones, and he the very end one, the actual hot brand Hot Ones,
The last
they
one.
made their own pepper genetically to make this hot sauce.
Right.
He just dumped it on,
just like gooey all over the top of it, just ripped the whole thing off.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I was like, wow, that guy just poisoned himself.
Yeah, that's a great show.
Oh, Lola Arena. I love watching Hot Ones. No, it is a really good show. It's good. It's a really good show. I like that one too. And I love spicy stuff. So, and if you haven't seen it, I did the one chip challenge. That's actually in the box down below.
On YouTube, it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, or on YouTube. I got it up there as well.
Where did you get the stick?
It was hot, but I didn't survive the hour without a drink.
You have the STL code? Sweet.
So I'm gonna probably take it over as we do every week, and we'll probably
Go raid someone.
go raid someone. Yeah, run over and go raid somebody. Let's. I don't even know who I have online right now, so we'll take a look. I appreciate again everybody coming and checking us out.
Thanks for the follow. Don't forget to
Yeah,
subscribe.
thanks for the follows.
All the follows.
Amazon Prime, it's free.
That's right.
Traces orcs. Painted.
And again, the music was from Sirenscape, and I got to use my huzzah sounds in the Sirenscape, so that was awesome.
And there was magnets on the bottom of them.
Glad I could help
I know,
you
I
out.
kind
And
of,
then the magnetizer.
I kind of want to see you using the
So
Monty
the magnets
Python
go
ones though.
That's awesome. That's really
Just
cool.
Yeah, and then
Outpost
the
got
phone,
up,
you don't have to waste space on
and
the
there
phone.
was much rejoicing.
Yay.
I
Then
think
they
what-
were forced to eat them.
You gotta be really careful about how you say that.
Eating minstrels?
what-
Otherwise, you're gonna end up with red wings.
Nothing wrong with that. Everyone's got to fly their own way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Do you want the STL?
I mean,
That was on there.
Kinda.
yeah, I see there's somebody from the Discord on. I tell you what, you know what? Let's go with Valley Dweller, just because he doesn't have anybody in there right now. He's a good artist. I really like his stuff. If you like the Tick,
Yes.
I like the artwork of the Tick.
Karma Tornado is one of
So-
the best.
So Valley Dweller, he does a lot of what do you call it? The 30-minute paint challenges.
Okay.
And things like that. And then he also does a lot of art that looks very similar to the art of the Tick.
Nice.
Oh, fun.
So pretty cool stuff. All right. Stick around, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh.
What?
Pretty sure you're talking to the viewers.
I know.
No,
Thank you, too.
special message just for Alan.
Yeah.
You can see the nearly total lunar eclipse Friday morning.
So now?
Yeah. Well,